Okay, here we are, Sunday night, Easter Sunday. Still don't have to work tomorrow, so might stay up late. We will see. No, it could be a quiet night. Might be a busy night. Might be a quiet night. Maybe I should warm up with some Red Dead. Keep me amused, if no one else, while I mix my drink. Let that get started. Ooh, that was not what I expected. There we go. I'm back. Old-fashioned. Yum. Oh, man, that's good. It's actually a bottled old-fashioned from Bar Americano. They call Antica Fashionista. Play on old-fashioned. Very flavoursome. I think they got a house-made bitters and a house-made syrup in there. Possibly even a proprietary house blend of whiskies. All right. Man, it's really good. Might make something lighter after this. I don't know. You know, the night's wide open. Wild and crazy times can be had. Yep. Shotgun firing. That's Red Dead almost loaded then, so that's a plus. I'm still not quite on board with, I feel like to talk to an audience, I should at least occasionally look straight at the camera, but I find it almost impossible to resist then looking at my screen to see myself. So then I'm looking slightly down rather than straight there. It's just a bit weird, even after all these years of fun. But mind you, when I think I got over it with shooting pre-recorded videos, like looking at my camera viewfinder. I don't have to look at my viewfinder. I just have it set up, go, I'm in shot. Yeah, okay. And then I'm quite comfortable talking straight down the thing. But for some reason, and of course, then I'm also looking over to see if there's any chat. Oh, that's the Red Dead music playing. So I just got to start it. I was actually playing just before coming on live. Then I saved it, so I'll have to see what it does, where it places me. So it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. I had robbed a train and I found a random thing to do. And then I got in some trouble and I fucked off from where I was. So I'm not exactly sure what my current status is, but let's share the screen and see what's happening. Okay, we'll do that. It's nighttime, so I'm going to fucking camp because this small version of it that I see on this laptop is a real pain in the ass. So wait, what's that house over there? Where are you, Mr. Cloppy? A little house over there? I feel like I saw a little house over there. Did I? At the town where I got in trouble. Or is that a standalone farm? Maybe I could just visit whoever owns this farm and make friends. Just a farm? Looks like this is just a farm. Oh, it's Valentine. Okay. Really don't want to be in Valentine. All right, that's fine. I'm going to camp till morning. Let's sleep. No, is it past? Okay. No, I'll sleep till noon. I don't care. I just want it to be light. It must have been about to turn light. Arthur needs his beauty sleep, basically. Oh, and now it's raining on us. Well, all right. Let us leave this place. Where's Mr. Cloppy? There. All right. Where shall we go? Let's just quickly look at the map. Not Valentine. Fuck Valentine. Emerald Ranch. You know what? For fun, I'm going to head towards Emerald Ranch on my way to my ultimate destination. And I see a wagon. I'll steal it and sell it to my criminal friend who buys stolen wagons from me. Ooh, is this a camp? That guy who's building a house. That guy who's building a house. That's okay. I don't want to hassle him. Oh, no, wait. I fucking have to follow this road. There's a fucking cliff there. Okay. Ooh, there's a wagon too. Even on my way. Too close to town though. The kind of ordinary wagon. I want a nicer looking wagon. I'll just keep riding. What are you doing, dude? Get out of my goddamn way. I don't even know if there's a point in doing this. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to adjust things a tad. Because my arm's getting tired. That was bad placement of my lap. That to there. Schnoz cam. And okay, I think. Oh, what the fuck? Wow, that's some mad lightning. Put the gun away. Let's at least act like we're not going to murder someone. Ooh, there's another wagon going the wrong way. Don't want to turn the wagon around. This serious goddamn storm we're riding around in. Alright, let's just keep going. Ideally, my favorite would be ooh, that's some lightning there. My favorite would be a wagon from the oil fields. Because I get more money for them and also fuck the guy from the oil fields, basically. We don't like him at all. Alright, still riding through the countryside. Dude on a horse. You're safe. I don't want to bushwhack anyone on a horse. Just want to bushwhack someone in a wagon. Yep, jump over that rock. Good job, Mr. Cloppy. I mean, sure, I could have steered you around it, but you jumped over it, so we're good. Man, this is a hell of a storm we're riding through. Alright, I don't even know if we're going to get a wagon. No, I should put on my mask just in case, so no one recognizes me. There's a shepherd. Alright, I don't want to get in a fight with a shepherd. Ugh. Oh, we got all the way to the ranch with no wagons. Oh, well, fuck it. We'll go this way. a sec. I'm just going to get rid of that. And we'll just ride to the south where my gang is. Heine, I don't know how many people are here. Yes, slow-mo headshots are cool, Heine. No two ways about it. StreamYard's telling me there's about 4 people here, but it's not always accurate. Okay. Ooh, a camp. Sorry, I just feel like some random violence. I think that's a O'Driscoll camp. I can murder them with impunity. Get ready to kill some O'Driscolls, because they fucking suck. We don't like them. Wait, where did it go? Man, I lost sight of it. It was in these trees. Just going to do some random murder. No random murder? Well, that's mildly disappointing. I mean, is it even murder when they deserve it? Because they're a bunch of dickholes. Hey, Chris. Yeah, I think you might be right, Heine. We might do a slow start that people might show up because he got tomorrow off work. I mean, that was my thinking. I might even go late tonight because of the no work tomorrow. But, you know, depends who's here, how things are flowing. All right. Now we're just riding through the countryside, a freaky storm. That's an impressive looking rock formation. Whenever I see an interesting formation, I think maybe that means something. Maybe there's something there. Woo! Jump, Mr. Cloppy. Ooh, there's a wagon. You pulled a gun on me. You shouldn't have done that. All right, fuck you guys. Fucking come back, Mr. Cloppy. Fuck you, Mr. Cloppy. No, we have to kill them all now because they're witnesses. They're gonna fucking snitch. They're gonna fucking snitch. God damn it. God damn it. They're gonna snitch. They're gonna snitch. We have to kill the potential snitch. I think he's dead. No, he's not dead. How's he not dead? He's dead now. Okay, why is... Stop, horses. Stop. Oh, wait, lady. Okay, I think I just need a quiet word with her to not snitch me out.
Don't shoot, please. Stop, goddammit. You're nuts?
Yes, I fucking am.
I won't ask again. Stop. Just stop. All right. I hope we understand each other. Let's go. Damn fool. No.
Okay, where's the wagon? Okay, it was with Mr. Where's Mr. Cloppy? Okay, I'm running the wrong direction. Good job, Arthur. You got turned around. Floppy should... Oh, right. There's some people. Okay, guys. Nothing to see here, okay? I didn't kill anyone. Oh, where'd the fucking wagon go? With all that trouble, now we've lost the wagon. God damn it. And there's a camp over there. I wonder if that's O'Driscoll's. No, the game just kind of fucking respawns things. Oh, no, wait. I remember that crossroads. No, I think the wagon's gone. Damn it. Friggin' woman. Honestly, I should have just shot her. Unless that's my wagon. Quote unquote, my. That's a shitty wagon. All right. Fucking lost the wagon. Oh, well. Still, a camp over there. What's that all about? Is that just going to be a rando, or is it an O'Driscoll? If it's a rando, I might leave him alone. Ah, well, aren't you a rude motherfucker? Ah, suck my balls, mate. I could have killed you so easy. Right, I'm just giving up on the wagon. I don't know where it went. Got all turned around because of that bloody woman. It was a shame because I feel like I would have got a few dollars for that wagon. Oh well. So those guys died for no reason. Ooh, there's another camp over here. Who's that gonna be? Or it looked like there was, but now I can't see it. Oof. It's raining again. What is this, Sydney? All right. Riding through the countryside. Turkeys? All right, I'm just going to consult my map. Am I en route to where I want to go? Yeah, pretty much. Okay. Oh, I got to go and see. The professor's going to execute a guy in an electric chair. I mean, that's good for a laugh, if nothing else. So let's go back to Saint Denis and maybe have a random adventure along the way. Now, if another expensive-looking wagon happens along... Ooh, that guy's hat was tempting. Ridiculously huge hat he was wearing. They don't even have to kill him for his hat, just kind of knock him over and his hat falls off. Oh, wait, which way should I go from here? Right. I think I'll go right. Okay. I can go through the swamp. Hey, Big Pat. How you going, mate? Playing cowboys at the moment. Now, see, there's a wagon worth robbing. I think that's like the game trying to entrap me again. Safo, good question. Do the men with big hats have big egos? I don't know. Maybe I should... Okay. Maybe I should cinematic it. Then I can have a drink while we go there. Professor. Really? Tell me to turn around. Okay. Which way are we going? Over a bridge? Oh man, these bridges are always dodgy. I've been attacked on these bridges so many times. All right, we're going to cross that bridge. All right, cinematic it while I have a drink. Pat, is it eraser day? How is today eraser day? Or was that a misspelling of Easter? Or, could be a day for erasers. Yeah, I think someone shot my hat off. I had an altercation. I got a lot of hats. Sometimes I like taking someone else's hat. All right, you're in swamps, getting closer to Saint Denis now. To take it off cinematic mode when we get to Saint Denis because we're riding too fast and we'll cause an accident. Heine's drinking Shiraz. Good view. I'm not a wine drinker myself. Closest I come is having a vermouth in a cocktail. I suppose sipping a port sometimes. Oh, I think we're actually in Saint Denis now, so I should slow down. Because I'll get in trouble with the law. Yes, Dr. Abigail. Could be Eraserhead Day. All right, come on. Let's go find this guy, the professor who's executing something. Someone, not something.
Hey, partner. Hello over there. Hi there, mister. Howdy, son. Get your... Howdy. Bonjour. Hey, mister.
Just say hello to everyone.
Hello, sir.
Ooh. Okay, actually, there's a surprise encounter here. I want to know what that is. Okay, we're going to hitch our horse. Okay, why did you not stop? Come on. I want to hitch the horse. God damn it.
Oh, you're too slow.
Oh, nice. After getting an Xbox. Fucking hell. The controls on this game can be so fucking frustrating.
Oh, I can't wait. Every's massage going to have a big
Okay, that's it. Hitch the horse. And we'll go and see what this mystery encounter is.
Hello, ma'am.
Doo-doo-doo. Who's given me a mystery encounter? But it's also tied to the plot. If it's yellow,
How y'all doing?
it's tied to the plot.
Good day so far? Huh? Anyway, take care, folks. Take care now.
T. No. I don't want that one, Trelawney. I want the surprise one. Wait, what's it doing all the way over here? I think follow me, Mr. Cloppy. What, is the surprise one moving? Is that it? Oh, I think it is. I think that's what it is. The surprise one's moving. Yeah, hey.
Hey, do I know you?
Mr. I believe we've met.
Oh, yes, we met him at a
At
party.
Ashley Park.
Oh, Evelyn Miller.
Unfortunately so, Mr.
Arthur Morgan, at least sometimes.
Okay, I also like how Arthur's beard's coming on.
The mayor thinks you robbed him. To be clear, he wasn't very upset about it. He rather liked you.
Okay.
Do you, I mean to say, can you steal things?
Is there a reason you're asking me to incriminate myself, Mr. Miller?
Well, I'm sorry. Have you met? This is Rains Fall, a great chief, and his son, Eagle Flies.
Gentlemen, we saw you in the wagon train crossing the river at Cumberland Falls. And at the party, you were upstairs.
You have great powers of observation.
That's my people before you are even a people anymore. We've fought hard. We've made peace treaties. And those treaties were broken. And we've been moved and punished. And punished and wounded.
Safa, Arthur's not in Red Dead
Now I am
1.
told we are to be moved again.
Clearly contravening the peace treaty signed 3 years ago.
This-
will lead to war.
This is somewhere in the region of 5 years before the original Red
We
Dead.
cannot fight another war. We have got stronger, and we have become far weaker, Mr. Morgan. It's bad business.
Arthur's got a conscience.
I know it is, but I need the proof. I believe there were some prospectors who were on their land a few months ago who have filed reports with Leviticus Cornwall and the state government claiming huge reserves of oil under their land.
So, you want me to try and steal it?
Obviously they can. And even more obviously, I would be useless. Listen, I realize that it is a ridiculous request, but we're
Arthur's
very
looking
desperate.
dirty, or is he just unwell?
Mr. Miller. Gentlemen, I'm very sorry for your predicament, but I'm a working man. I got problems of my own.
We will pay you very handsomely, Mr. Morgan.
How much?
I told you, they're all mercenaries.
There's a price on my head in 2 states, my friend. The government doesn't like me any more than it does you. Like you, I've been running for as long as I can remember. And like you, my time here is nigh on done.
We understand, and we will pay.
Thank you.
Yes, Safa. 2 is a prequel to 1,
Citizens
and Arthur's not in
west of
1.
the oil fields.
Okay.
We are very grateful for your help.
Gentlemen, an appointment with the senator. We should head over there.
It's a waste of our time and his.
We must try everything. Come along.
Hello, Mr. Miller. The counselor wants to apologize. He can see you now.
We've been waiting I don't know how long.
Or next month, you'd like to reschedule.
Come.
Right.
Perhaps the senator won't mind waiting.
Safa, 10. The original Red Dead centers on John Marsden, who's a supporting character in this one. Okay. Oh, actually, yeah.
The other day, I watched you fellas line up for a date.
Oh, Mr. Cloppy. Just to keep you happy with hats, Abigail. Look, there's a town hat. That's a nice hat. All right, now
Hey, y'all. Hey there, mister.
I'm going to watch the professor demonstrate his electric chair. Humane form of execution, he says.
Hi there, ma'am.
Okay, so you can't ride this fast, Arthur. Slow down, you absolute clown.
Mister.
Arthur!
Oh my god, who the fuck is that?
Up here!
Oh my god, it's this woman.
Yeah. Okay.
His ex-girlfriend.
So, what do you need?
What are those nosy fuckers doing?
I'm coming straight down.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck off, you guys. This is Arthur's lost love.
Arthur,
Hello, Mary.
you came.
Sure. Whenever you call for me, I'll come.
Sapphire, I don't think Australia ever had the electric chair. I think execution was by hanging here.
You found it? I'm a bigger fool than I even thought.
I'm begging you, Arthur. I know Daddy was not kind to you, but surely you cannot hate a man for the sin of loving his daughter and wanting better for her than
Than me?
the choices you
What
make.
choice did I have? Did I ever have?
Oh, I know. You had to live by your code. But your code is, it's not right.
Has your way been right, Mary? With you? Jamie joining a bunch of crazies? And hypocritical daddy with his drinking and whoring and gambling? Huh? Is that what a pure life has gotten you? Begging me for help?
Oh, Arthur, be kind to me,
Fuck you, bitch.
please.
Arthur's too soft.
I am. I should have asked someone else, but
But I'm the best guy you know at frightening decent people.
it wasn't that I didn't love you, Arthur. You know that.
No.
Oh, Arthur. We were so very young. Think how different life could have been.
I think about it a lot. It all seems so long ago, far away now.
Will you help me try to save Daddy?
Gotta save Daddy. Ooh, you have actually have a choice to help her on. Of course I'm gonna help her.
Come along now. Where are we going?
Not a dickhead.
What's the old lovable patriarch been up to now?
Oh, Arthur, you know sarcasm's beneath you. He's been gambling, drinking, and other things.
Oh, the filthy rot. Where can we find him?
He said he was going down to the Theodore Eckhart stables. Something about a horse. It's down by the water in the warehouse district near the train yard.
Yep,
Come on.
I know.
Don't be a pompous ass, Arthur. It doesn't suit you.
Oh, should I leave that to Daddy?
Leave Daddy alone. He suffers enough.
Well, I suppose I can take some consolation in that.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Arthur, I should have ran away with you years ago.
You wouldn't.
No, I didn't. But, well, I don't know.
Oh, how dare you lead Arthur on, honestly. Alright, let's go. Find this fool.
I'm not sure. He keeps saying it's a disgrace a man of his standing has to ride around on some old nag.
Standing. He's usually falling down.
Arthur.
Yeah, he hasn't got a horse as good as
wasn't
mine.
always this way.
Everyone compliments me on my horse.
It has got worse. He's drinking and gambling more than ever, pawning things off left and right, mixing with bad people. I'm just scared for him.
Don't worry too much. Whatever it is, we'll work it out.
Alright, come on, let's get down to this stable. Find out what's happening. Alright. Very misty today. Guess that's what comes from living in the swamp. Alright, here we are. It's the stable.
This is the place.
What you doing?
Let me go in and see what kind of a state he's in.
Sure.
Sure.
I'll wait here. Good luck.
Sure, says Arthur.
If you need any help.
Very funny.
You can't stand there.
What, the street?
Yes, in the street.
Is it your street?
Just get out of here.
Why?
Fuck him up, Arthur. Fuck him up.
Just get out of here.
Listen, partner. I'm waiting on the lady.
And I've got an awesome beard.
Just go inside. If I wasn't waiting on this lady, you'd be dead already. But if you continue to irritate me, I'll kill you. And make my apologies to the lady it's your call.
Oh, I didn't mean nothing.
Apology accepted. Oh,
I have a mind to kill you myself.
Daddy!
No,
Oh, Daddy, please.
Oh,
come
no.
home. You're tired.
Do we get to
Daddy,
punch him?
I have no
I'm well.
such thing. You get away from me. You head home. I insist upon it. Leave me be. Damn nuisance.
excuse me, partner. Still as charming as ever, I said.
Oh, Arthur, he's up to no good. We better follow him.
God. All right, leaving my horse behind, apparently.
This way.
Keep your distance or you will be spotted. No, wait for him to turn a corner. What's he doing? All right, he's going around a corner. Can't see us
Went
now.
around the corner.
Yes, yes, I saw that. Oh, there he is. Just keep him in sight. Over here a bit. Yep,
Hold on, Arthur.
looks pretty sick.
You see why he has such a high opinion of himself.
I love Arthur's sarcasm.
Just follow the smell.
Arthur, come on.
He's a fucking dick.
Between those crates. Come here. Wait.
Mind where you go. Mind where you go.
Ooh, sexual tension.
Yeah, I think he saw us.
I don't think so.
What did you say to me? I didn't say a thing insulting. I'll wipe that goddamn smirk. Keep on going. Ain't you a little old for brawling, mister? Damn you!
Yeah, he's a bit of a fucking unit, this guy.
He's heading across the road.
You know, this is kind of fun.
So Mary's special skill is stating the bleeding obvious. Also, I didn't know I was going to run into you. Oh, what's he doing now?
Down that alleyway. What's he doing?
Let's go find out.
Down this alley.
Say I never show you a good time.
I'm just glad you're here.
What's he doing? Staggering. Staggering. And he's going around another corner. What's happening now?
What's he doing? What do you think he's doing?
Well, he's either waiting for a woman to do his morals or he's trying to sell some.
So,
It's a good story, Dr. Abigail. I agree.
you got the brooch, Mr. Gillis? Yes.
Brooch.
Here's the money. Oh, that is beautiful.
Family heirloom.
That was Mother's brooch.
Oh,
Nothing
no.
longer, Mr. Gillis. Enjoy the money. And should you need any more, I can offer you a loan at a very reasonable rate of interest.
No, thank you. I've heard what happens to folks who take loans from you.
It's not a place to settle.
It's just a brooch. At least he didn't get himself
You
killed.
don't understand. Mother left it to me. You sold my mother's brooch? How could you?
Why did we sneak up on him if she's going to do that?
Oh, speaking of thieves, I see you found your outlaw again.
Hello,
No, it's a
sir.
side quest,
Well,
Sarfa.
Daddy,
It doesn't advance the plot.
Mary, wait here. I'll go get the brooch.
don't hurt anyone, Arthur.
It's just a fun one because it's got an emotional element for Arthur. All right, I got to go find this guy who's got the brooch.
Hey, you bastard! Hold her right there!
Come on, we're not being subtle apparently. Ugh, god damn it! Get up, Arthur.
Stop that coach!
Where's that fucking coach gone? And where's Mr. Cloppy when I need him? I'm trying to catch some horses, Mr. Cloppy. Wait, you're right fucking there? Why are you not coming when I call you, you shit of a horse? Come on, I've got to catch a fucking wagon. Help me out already. Yes. I am chasing the fucking wagon. Fucking horse wasn't fucking complying. Hey, Alexander. We're playing cowboys.
Damn coach!
Okay.
Back here!
did not get far.
You stop right now.
Probably not meant to kill anyone. Are we gonna... Man, I'm not catching him. Turn on the horse's headlights. That is a good idea. Come on.
What the hell?
Ooh, we're going to drive to a secluded spot. This doesn't bode well for you, mate. If Arthur takes someone to a secluded spot, it's not going to end well. It's Cloppy to catch up.
Let's put you up to this.
We're just going for a ride, mate. Just because I murder people as a matter of course, you shouldn't be nervous.
Do you know who I am?
Yep, I do. That's why I'm taking you to a secluded spot to fuck you up.
Let me go.
So we are seriously going secluded. We're going into the fucking swamp. How about we have a chat, mate? You and me. Just talk.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone. It's just a brooch.
I want that brooch. It wasn't Gillis's to sell.
I bought it fair and square.
How much do you want for it?
I guess I could give it to you for $100.
No, fuck him up, Arthur.
100? What do you take me for? Okay. I'm a reasonable man. Let's say 50.
Not good enough, Ashton.
Okay, Jesus. $25. That's my final offer.
Hey, you know what? I'll buy it rather than beat you up.
Here.
Take the damn thing.
No, the girl gets the brooch.
Crazy son of a bitch.
Yes,
You don't know who you're messing with.
yes, I am a crazy...
Someone's gonna pay for this.
I am a crazy son of a bitch. You know what? I want to steal this fucking wagon while I'm at it. Let's steal a wagon. Where's my wagon? I wonder if it's... Okay, what might happen now is it might say you failed the mission by fucking off. But I'm going to try it. Arthur needs to get paid, is what I'm saying. Oh, no. God damn it. It's forcing me to do something. That sucks. Okay. I wanted to steal the wagon and get some more money. Boo! Arthur should have been able to make some more cash.
Who's the fuck?
I don't know.
Want me to find him again?
Not really.
Dr. Abigail's feeding a giant cat. Nice.
Let's take a walk. Take you to the truck.
Thank you.
Take you to the trolley. Oh, Arthur, you're such a softie.
Got you your brooch back.
I won't ask.
Probably best not.
Only just punched. I actually paid for it. I only punched him a couple times. I could have killed him for it.
What are you doing now, at this moment?
Why'd you ask?
Well, I was wondering if you wanted to do something. Head to the theater, perhaps.
The theater. Yeah, let's go to the theater.
Theater? Me?
Theater?
Sure, why not?
It'll be fun, Arthur.
Yeah, let's go to the
New
theater.
York. They have the strangest acts.
Strangest I can handle. Well, it's the normal business of life. I can't seem to.
All right, we're going to the
You
theater.
and me both, Arthur. Oh, I've missed you.
Don't start.
You're an idiot, but you'll always be my friend.
Well, of course I'm your friend, but you ain't always fair with me.
If
No.
I was fair with you and a good person, I'd have had you hanged a long time ago.
Well, that's true.
So, shut up and act like a gentleman.
Arthur copping to the fact that all them murders probably should have got him hanged.
You're not a very nice woman.
Well, look at the company I keep.
I know, it's quite dreadful, isn't it?
Ooh, that's a nice graphic.
Sort of beautiful in a gaudy and tasteless way.
The theater.
Thank you.
Well, I didn't mean it like that.
I'm sure. You silly man. Come on.
Tickets to a
Let's go
show.
find our seats.
We actually going to watch a show, or is it going to cut?
All right,
Sure.
after you.
Let's actually watch the show. If they're going to put a show on, if it's not just going to cut. And I'll pour a drink while the show's running. Okay, so I can leave any time. But is the show going to start? Here we go.
And thank you for that.
All right, I'm going to pour a drink while this show runs.
I'm Alfred T. Abington, the greatest assembler of entertainment. Nero himself.
this instant
No doubt. As a child, when I walked the horse manure covered streets of Saint Denis, I never dreamed of the stir I would create
So,
in this locality.
just
as a
starting to
proprietor
Are you in
of
a
the
rush,
greatest show ever assembled. Prepare for the grandest excitement of your curiosity. Fire, snakes.
Getting through this tequila.
I encourage any of you to dabble in all three if you have a settled aversion to manual labor as I do. For entertainment is a gift that will see you through the winter better than any packed larder or root cellar full of canned goods. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a truly stunning musical performance to the stage, Miss Robin Kaminsky.
Robin Kaminsky. All right. Wait. God damn it. Oh, man. I'm weak as piss. I can't get the lid off this drink. Hang on.
Thank you for joining us. Now let's talk a little bit about this place we all love called Saint Denis.
All right. Let's pour a drink.
They come from Roadstone, Mary, and Valentine, singing a song and drinking wine across Bayou Swamp and over the sea, heading down to Saint Denis. If your wagon is broke to the blacksmith shop, don't worry.
We're at the theater.
The girls are wearing a brand new gown, heading to the Saint Denis town. Carpetbaggers, coal miners, and mountain folk, loose amongst the rocks and let off that dough. Pretty young things say, come with me in the parlors and breakfasts of Saint Denis. Porter is drinking and the whistle just flew. The trains are heading to the land of voodoo. Won't sleep a wink, I can guarantee. Let's go drinking down in Saint Denis.
So Arthur occasionally cheers or heckles. Let's be positive. Actually, why change the view? I can't change the view. Okay.
There's dancing and singing and hiding out the moon in the streets and alleys of each saloon. Rich and poor and the bourgeoisie.
Rich and poor and bourgeoisie. I like these lyrics. All right.
So draw your money, come see your honey in Saint Denis.
God, settle down, Arthur. Honestly. All right. All right. I think I don't want to stay here the whole time. Might just see what the next act is and then leave. Hello, Porky Pie on Twitch.
Perfect. Oh, I see you. You love her dulcet tones, right? Yes, she's pure spectacle, and I assure you she can charm any beast at all, from cockroach to killer whale. Your mother most likely told you not to play with fire, or to spend time in the company of strange women. You are about to...
Oh, sounds like a fire eater. Arthur being rowdy. Porky, we are playing Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm watching some theater. All right, I'm probably going to leave, though, rather than keep watching this. Just want to see a bit of her act. Fire eater by the looks of it. Nice bit of animation. Come on, Arthur, you rowdy boy. Ooh, now she's wearing a fire skirt. Nice. That's actually really cool. Oh yeah, Porky Pie in Saint Denis. There's a couple different theaters you can watch. I'm on a date, basically. All right, I'm going to leave, though.
Oh, okay. Sure, if you want.
Reckon we've seen the best of it.
All right, you better take me to the trolley now, Mr. Morgan.
Of course.
Quite ridiculous, but shame we couldn't stay longer.
Sorry.
Here, get on the trolley.
My life wasn't supposed to. Oh.
No, well, I mean, I just thought, I mean, we could have stayed and watched the whole show, but...
Anyone close to me, they wanted to, and I can't have you wrapped up.
Oh, Arthur, you're an honest man.
Run away with me, Arthur. Run away right now and don't look back.
Look at Arthur and his integrity.
Some people I need to take care of.
My God. And they're going to fucking turn on you, Arthur.
And I can disappear.
But Arthur,
If we're going to run away anyway, we need money. Soon, I'll have some.
I know you won't run away. But it's a pretty dream.
Very pretty.
You're a man of integrity, Arthur.
Once I get some money, I had some. Then some fool got it trapped into a town, and I can't go back to it. It's another story.
All right.
Arthur, you and your fucking integrity that no one else in your gang actually has. Actually, that's not true. There's a couple in the gang who have integrity. Just not the people Arthur's given integrity to. Okay. Well, that was depressing. Where's our horse? My horse is out of whistling range. What is my horse doing out of whistling range? Anyway, let's... okay, the one thing I wanted to do before just stopping and maybe chatting properly... Oh no, Aussie Tech, you had a bad Easter? Sorry to hear that, man. I want to see the professor testing his electric chair. Arthur is not the gang leader. He's probably the third most senior member in the gang. He was raised by the two senior gang guys. The gang leader is Dutch van der Linde. Oh no, family's coming down with COVID, Aussie Tech. Well, I hope it stays as mild as the case I had and it doesn't get worse than like a mild cold and goes away in about a week. Wait, where am I going? Yeah, sorry, there's the... No, wait, Professor. Just want to see... oh, yeah. Sun's got a big headache. It can. I had congestion that kind of moved around from chest, throat, nose. Very tired a lot of the time. Sarford, John Marsden definitely isn't a gang leader. He's a junior member of the gang. All right, here's the professor and his electric chair demo. Just want to see this.
Out of the way, please.
Yeah, Aussie Tech. Half my house isolated and they didn't get it. Sorry, my whole house got it. My whole house isolated and half didn't get it.
Ladies and gentlemen, behold the calm removal of this man's existence. Incredible! He's nearly dead. So humane. Ah!
Good question, Dr. Abigail. The electric chair is probably running on DC, battery powered.
Life may have been troubled, but
So it's probably DC.
is peaceful.
Oh no. Oh no. The professor killed himself. Someone shoot me. Huh. Great observation, mate. Okay, your wife's fucking kinky. Your wife is perverse. Your wife is fucking perverse. She was like turned on by that. No, he is dead. It worked, Professor. He's dead. Okay, should I loot him? What's the bet I get fucking arrested if I loot him? Oh, I got the electric chair blueprint. Yep, someone's fucking reporting me. I heard that noise. Or was that just honor? No, I thought some fucker was reporting me. My horse is out of whistling range. Okay. I might pause and just say hello to everyone. Thing is great. So, all right. Just check in with everyone. How you all doing? And if anyone was enjoying that, I'll go back and play some more because there's some interesting missions coming up, actually. Alexander, do you think that was a Justice Lady boner? I think she's just kinky. I think she's going to take her husband home, tie him to the bed, and do some cock and ball torture now. That's just the vibe. That's the vibe I get from her. So, so that's that little side story concluded. The professor's dead. Yeah, Aussie Tech, this is my second playthrough. A couple of years ago, I played it on the PlayStation. And I thought it'd be a fun one to get for PC and play on live streams occasionally. And that could be it, Dr. Abigail. She could be the inventor of the electric wand. And this is some people's fetish is actually electrodes, electrical stimulation. There's something for everyone. This is actually not bad. You're an instant margarita. Cappy Australian soda maker whose sodas and tonics I like. They've done this carbonated lime and agave with a hint of orange and salt. And they say, just add tequila and it's an instant fizzy margarita. It's not bad. I'd still prefer to make a proper margarita, I think. But it's not bad for a bit of variety, quite honestly, having a fizzy drink. I do not have that many physical, oh my God, fizzy. Why did I say physical? Because I was going to say fizzy alcoholic drinks, and my brain turned that into physical. Man, I haven't even had that many alcoholic beverages tonight. This is only the second one. And it's already 9 o'clock, so I'm being very moderate. But trying to think, what other... Have a quick look. What other quests are around? Why oh, my fucking horse stayed in the swamp. You know what I might do? Okay. Look, I'll just do the share screen thing again. I might just get Arthur to have a bath and, sleep for the night. Why is my health core so fucking... Oh, again, why is my health core so low? Because Arthur's got tuberculosis, so all his health and stamina cores go down really quickly. He hasn't collapsed from it yet. There's a dramatic scene where he collapses, and then there's some really moving scenes where he talks to people about the fact he's got tuberculosis and he's going to die. He doesn't know, Dr. Abigail, he doesn't know yet, but he's coughing a lot and his health and stamina go down. At some point in the game, he collapses in the street and a doctor tells him he's got TB and it's really far gone and you're just going to fucking die. There's nothing you can do about it. Wait, which saloon is this? Oh, yeah, this is the one I was looking for. Go in here. We'll have a bath because that's just fun. Go to the bar. Oh, that wonderful drunk woman's back. I'm so sad that you basically can't interact with her. We'll do lodgings. We'll do a bath. And a room. I love this drunk woman, but you can't really interact with her. Oh, I can. Is that it?
Nice to see you again, cowboy.
Oh, she's going to talk to me.
And you, Miss...
Lillian Powell.
Yes.
Used to be quite well known.
Dr. Abigail, we will talk cocktail layering funnels in a bit.
The worst times, darling.
I've never had this interaction.
In other words, men without balls. Hermaphrodites, as my mother would call them. Eunuchs, as my father liked to say. Geldings. I was popular with geldings. Now even the balls. That old mess.
Oh. Well, that was new to me.
Just wish today was over already.
We'll go in and get a boutique luxury bath with nudge, nudge, wink, wink extras. So tame that you can't actually have sex in this game. like you can violently murder people and have their fucking heads explode, but you can't have sex. It's ridiculous. Ooh, nighttime bath for Arthur. I think Mrs. Angry heard me say, either there was something funny on TV, or she heard me say that and thought it was funny.
You need some help in here?
Yeah, we do. I wasn't interested in who comes in to give you a bath. Micro, you here? Hello.
Good choice. Good choice.
Good choice. Okay. Come on, find the soap. It's in there somewhere. Yeah, it's right down there somewhere.
You'll be cleaned up in no time.
All right. Who would do no small talk? Honestly, the small talk's the fun bit. Scrub my arm.
If it gets cold on you, holler.
Yes, Micro. That seems like it's probably worse in Australia. Violence but no sex.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yep, there's the soap's down there somewhere. I'm sure you can find it. Just keep feeling around.
Oh, you know, not much to fuss about.
You might be the friendliest person I've met in this town.
She's pretty friendly.
Normal in these parts.
All right. Come on. Can you find the soap? I dropped it. It's down there somewhere. It's nice. You get some champagne in the bath. Hello and hello, Kirsten.
Are you relaxed, sir?
Yeah. You know what would really relax me? If you went and looked for the soap again.
All right. I think I'm good.
All right.
Take care of yourself, all right?
All right. That actually looks like a nice setting. A dimly lit room with a fire, candles, and a bubble bath. Cowboy heaven. Okay, we'll sleep. Till morning. Okay. And then I'll stop the game again. I just wanted to do that. Safa, you're having a sparkling margarita. I'm having a sparkling margarita. Safa, this is the rich people's hotel. There's a really seedy bar in the poor part of town. I should find that too. All right. Come on. Let's just do that. And I'll do that. And I'll just chat with you fine people. There we go. Ah, yes, Micro. That's New York known for hot dogs. There you go. That's the big question, Dr. Abigail. Burgers without beetroot or pineapple rings. Something like an old school fish and chip shop that does a burger with a lot. There's like salad and pineapple ring and beetroot. I mean, I love the boutique burger places we have now. I go to them all the time, but occasionally find just an old school fish and chip place that does that really simple classic burger with a lot. Fucking love it. But I'm also a bit bougie with the boutique burgers as well, I have to admit. Ah, Micro, you're upset with that. See, this is Australia, mate. A classic Australian burger has a slice of pineapple ring and sliced beetroot from a tin, not fresh beetroot from a tin. That's your classic Australian burger with the lot. So if you're having Jose Cuervo, I'm having I guess it's a slightly more upmarket brand, but it was on special. I'm traumatizing Micro with talk of pineapple and beetroot on burgers. That's old school Aussie, mate. Old school Aussie. That is actually pretty good. I like the people at Cappy. Only question is... yes, see, Dr. Abigail, hungry for that burger now. And Micro's just traumatized. See if I can come up with a cocktail to make from the Death & Co book. So it's Religious Weekend. This is like a big Bible. A Green Flash. That's a great name. What's that? That's rum, absinthe, lemon juice, honey syrup, champagne. I don't want champagne in it. Flaquita. tequila, vermouth, white creme de cacao, Campari, lemon juice, ginger shoot. Now, wait, am I in the champagne? I'm in champagne cocktails. Ew. Fuck's champagne cocktails. No, fortified wine. Actually, I don't mind fortified wine cocktails. Cafe Sandinista. Sherry. I don't really have sherry. Serrano de Bergerac. A Derby Girl. Lily Blanc. Ugh. A Stringer Bell. Oh, one named after The Wire. Sherry. Man, they're with their infusion. Okay. I think I've gone past the area I want. Agave. A rum drink. I feel like a rum drink, maybe. Oh, nice. Kirsten, husband making martinis. You've been on a date, went home. Where Mrs. Angry and I went out on a date last night to a relatively recently opened whiskey bar here in the suburbs, which is nice. And really nice drinks. Good people. Okay, what's in a Blazing Saddles? A whiskey, rose liqueur, lemon juice, cinnamon syrup. I was going to make another bottle of old fashioned, which involved making a cinnamon syrup, and I didn't do it. A blown rose, apple slices, chamomile infused Overholt rye, pineapple juice, Blue Run Sling, bourbon, Amaro, apple juice, lemon juice, vanilla syrup, orange bitters. Don't have any apple juice, I don't think. Castle to Castle, Irish whiskey. Man, so many of them have apple juice. So, Japanese whiskey, Scotch whiskey, coconut liqueur, orange juice, lemon juice, orgeat. Micro, am I going to be on tomorrow? No, I won't be on tomorrow. I probably won't be on Tuesday night either. Tuesday's my birthday. I'm probably going out for my birthday. Then I won't be on Wednesday. So probably the next time I'll be on is Thursday. I might even do less streams. Life's getting vaguely normal. Might limit streams to weekends. I don't know. A double fill up. Rye whiskey, lemon juice, simple syrup, a teaspoon of pomegranate molasses, and mint leaves. That's a lot of pomegranate molasses. That's going to be super fucking sweet. A teaspoon of pomegranate and 3/4 ounce of simple syrup. That's going to be real. Not that I'm going to have necessarily an objection to that. Yeah. Oh, nice. Kirsten having a Patient Wolf Summertime Gibson Martini served by Hampson Man. That's nice. I actually made a martini from scratch for the first time in a while the other day with the Mediterranean gin from Steve the Bartender's what's it called? Threefold Distilling. And it was good. I've got my freezer martini. I might pour myself a freezer martini. Safa, this year is probably going to be the worst year so far for both cases of COVID and deaths from COVID worldwide. Even though everyone's pretending it's over, it just isn't. Oh, the Torino. Ooh, Scotch, vermouth, pineapple juice, lemon juice, orgeat, vanilla syrup, Coco Lopez. Man, that's a really fucking involved drink. Man, some of their drinks are really involved. I have to do a thing briefly that you folk need not concern yourself with. Oh, wait. Okay. Ugh, give me a second. I got to do a thing. Wait, no, I'm here. Yeah, okay. What am I doing? Okay. Oh, wait. Okay. Probably please X. Okay. Twitch is a weird interface. Is all I'm saying. Right. Oh, yeah, no. I can imagine going to the Archie bar for the discount, Kirsten. Yeah, the place we went to it's like one train stop away. So it's walking distance. It's about a gentle half-hour walk. So we actually walked there essentially to earn our dinner and drinks. You know, walk there and walk home. Oh, yeah, Jesus. Parking in Sydney CBD is even more outrageous than Melbourne, and it's reasonably outrageous in Melbourne. Okay. All right. One more attempt. See what we got. Ooh, a morning buzz. Cognac, rum, sherry, orgeat, syrup, honey nut Cheerio infused cream, and an egg yolk. Good Lord. That's like a really serious flip. Pisco, maraschino, grapefruit, simple syrup, Maggie Smith. Pisco, white rum, orange liqueur, lime juice, orgeat. Okay, I'm going to make that. A Maggie Smith with Pisco and white rum, an orange liqueur, lime juice and orgeat, and a tiny bit of syrup. All right. Oh, yes. Sorry, Micro, that's what we call the centre of the city in Australia, the Central Business District. Right. I'm going to get a shaker, and I think this is a shaking cocktail. Let me double check. Yeah, it's a shaking cocktail. So I'm going to get Pisco, white rum, and orange liqueur. Okay. Okie dokie do. Oh, let's go. Wo ist my Pisco? There's my Pisco. Might get my limited orange liqueur. Where did I put that? Really somewhere here. I haven't made anything with that. That's my standard orange curacao, which is good. White rum. Let's do the Archie White Cane Spirit. Got a couple white rums, but I think I'll try this. There. Now, I have to just find this orange liqueur. There is it. There is it hiding. Ugh. Come on, I'm not that drunk. I can find a bottle. Ah, there it is. Found it. Okay. Blood orange hibiscus curacao. Because I'm a fancy motherfucker. Get a shaker. Get a strainer. Do I still have my jigger? Yes, I still have my jigger. Now. Oh, wow. Dr. Abigail, you found a $25 burger. Damn. I can imagine the conflict of... Oh, lime juice, orgeat, and honey syrup. Okay, so we shall go. Lime, syrup. and Orgeat, which is signing in. It is. Right. And now are the components. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Marco, you can get a good burger for $5. Okay, well, everything here in Australia is basically double the US. Like you can get good burgers here for $10. It's just when you're going $25, that's like a boutique burger. And the reason things cost twice as much is we pay people twice as much, basically. And I'm okay with that. Right. Double checking these specs. This is like quadruple checking, really. 1.5. Okay. Do. Safa, it is our isolation that makes some things expensive, but food's expensive because of how much we pay people who prepare the food. And I'm honestly okay with that. Micro, there's some stuff that our is my mic far away? Is that what's happening? I'm not sure if I've done something silly with my mic. Oh wait, I'm not sure what it's using as the mic. Let me actually double check. Meek. No, I think it's using the right mic. I think. And yes, Micro, the reason food's more expensive here is because we have proper sort of pay and whatnot for the people preparing it. 1/4 ounce Orgeat. Okay. Orgeat. And I'll just put a teeny bit of this syrup in as well, which is my Lily Pilly syrup. We have a chain called Hungry Jack's, which is an equivalent to Burger King. It's a slightly complicated story that someone in Australia owned the name Burger King when Burger King tried to come here, and he tried to extort Burger King for a lot of money for the name, and they didn't pay it. And they started a chain called Hungry Jack's. And then they got the rights to it years later, and they tried to fuck over all the franchisees who had Hungry Jack's, and they lost a succession of court cases, which meant they couldn't fuck them over. All right. That's my version of a Maggie E. Smith. Might be your headphones, Kirsten. I don't know. Ice baby. Now, you know what I am going to do? I'm going to momentarily switch off my microphone for people with headphones, because this will make a lot of noise. And that's that done. And yes, Dr. Abigail, I agree. That whole thing of making your health insurance dependent on who employs you is fucking psycho, quite honestly. So, strain that out. Not supposed to do this on ice, but I can't be bothered dirtying another glass, quite honestly. Yes, Micro. Hungry Jack's is extremely similar. Not the same, but extremely similar to Burger King. Okay. That's good. Yep, that's like a variation of a daiquiri, basically. Micro, of course I want to hear a cute story. Love cute stories. Love when people share stories. It's great. Share the story. That's what I want to hear. Well, I shall continue to have my daiquiri variation. Queen Kirsten, wasn't it funny that Hungry Jack's dropped that advertising slogan for a while? Because it's a really good slogan. The burgers are better at Hungry Jack's. That's very obviously slamming McDonald's without mentioning them by name. And some genius took over the company and said, it's time for a new slogan. And they went to another slogan which failed. And I don't know, after a year or so, they went back to burgers are better at Hungry Jack's. So, Micro. Girl I talked to in Indonesia has trouble with English when she's tired. So she's changing her bed sheets and said, I need to change my bed clothes. Clothes for the bed. Yes, Kirsten. That one was made with the white cane, which is very tasty. So yes, this is kind of like it's halfway between a split base daiquiri, and it's got a little bit of the margarita in it because it's got some orange liqueur. And different sugars. It's pretty good, though. It's pretty good. It's a slight variation on what Death & Co. call a Maggie Smith. It's good. So it's split with a white rum and pisco, a little bit of orange liqueur, orgeat, and another syrup as opposed to just sugar syrup. Because you love the white cane, it's pretty good. I mean, again, this is probably the third Australian distilled spirit that I've had that the maker can't technically call rum because it isn't aged. And it's really good. I had this, I had Jimmy Rum's white, and I had Brick's white. They're all good. Just these really earthy, fruity flavors. Oh, okay. Time we got people want to join the stream. So I will open it up if you want to join the stream. Micro wants to join, but I'll make it open. Anyone wants to join, there is the link. So please feel free to join if you are so disposed. Right, and probably my fans are going 100 miles an hour because I've still got the game running. I should quit the game so the fans can calm down. Find a little surge from the fans as it does the memory thing to save the game because I shut it down. And then the fans should calm down, basically. Although it's still going fairly hard, but it might slow down soon. Yeah, I feel like it's like a jet engine slowing down from my perspective. Yeah, it's just going. Ooh. Yeah. The fan is not so worried about my video card overheating now. It's calmed down a little. In fact, you've inspired me, Kirsten. When I finish this, I might just have a little shot of the white cane on its own to appreciate it in all its glory. 9:30. It's the Sunday night. Whew. Oh, we're getting the Rebel Burger. Is that a plant-based burger? There's something about these white cane spirits the Australian distillers have made. Got all these earthy, funky, fruity flavors in them. Because some white rums have barely any more flavor than vodka, whereas some have a lot of character. And these ones have fantastic character. All right, my fucking fans finally calm down. It's kind of like, okay, we've got the fucking memory chips. Cool down. Oh, sorry, that snuck up on me a bit. Dr. Abigail, hello.
Hi, I can't find my glasses, so I look a bit weird.
That's all good. So we were going to talk about cocktail layering funnels.
Yes.
Ooh, a black one and a white one.
And a clear one. I've got a navy blue one.
Oh, you've really been going to town. And here's...
Well, they're just different color.
Yeah.
Different color. Cocktail layering funnels.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
Got a big cow mug. That's nice.
Oh yeah, no, look, the bottom is udders. Isn't that the cutest?
That's fantastic. That's fantastic.
Isn't that cute? I saw that and I was like, I gotta get that. I really love cows. So
yeah, but that's pretty good.
I have my latest mug acquisition is called the Muff Mug, and it's got depictions of different styles of pubic hair on women.
I would buy that.
I like
I've
that.
seen
The
names.
names.
It's pretty good.
I'm pretty sure. I feel like I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
but I like that.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Well, in other news, I got this awesome stress ball. It's like the size of a grapefruit.
It's pretty big. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what she said. No, this thing is pretty great. I went out. I took my sister to the store just because I love her, and we were going through the toy section because that's where she wanted to go. And I noticed they had stress balls, and I was like, "Well, I get stressed." So I found this one. They had this tiny little orange one, and then they had this little kitty cat, which is pretty cute.
Aww.
Right?
That's pretty good.
So they're pretty useful at work.
Yeah, I imagine they would be. Yes.
Cool.
All right. So if we can swing it. Sorry,
yeah, go on.
I was just going to say, if we can swing it this next weekend, if you can come over. Or we should do layering video and
sure.
maybe a Star Wars video as well for May the 4th.
Sure.
Sounds
I'll
like
remember that.
Sounds like a good plan. Apparently, I've got plans Friday night.
Oh, yeah, make it Saturday.
Sure. Someone texted me and said, "You're coming to Polly on Friday night because I'm having a get together," and I'm like, okay. And Polly is a very luxurious cocktail lounge in on the street I live.
You showed me that one, yeah? They were closed, but they let us have a look around.
Yeah, they have like in their cocktail menu. They have 4 pages of absinthe.
Nice.
It's just that, and all their bar staff know their shit. So I think you'll get along well there if you
we'll
ever
have to go there
make your way there.
Yeah,
for sure. But you need to make a booking because they're popular.
Yeah. There's a thing coming up in May, and I don't know if Kirsten knows this one. It's called Indie Spirit Festival or something, tasting. It's at Craft & Co., which is that distillery across the road from the Bitters Lab. Kirsten's asking, is that the bar with the uterus?
No, that is
Oh, that was just a pub.
that's a
yeah.
pub. That's
Yeah.
just a pub. It was a Edwardian era pub, just in the back streets of Fitzroy, and I swear the people who did the stained glass windows of that pub were female and were trolling the male owners hard.
Yeah, there appear
Yeah.
to be several uteruses in the stained
Oh
glass.
yeah. Yes.
Hi, Rabbit. Happy
Jesus
Zombie
Day. Oh yeah,
Jesus
it's Zombie
Day.
Jesus Day.
Yeah, it's maybe we can get cheap Easter eggs in the supermarket tomorrow day.
Tomorrow, yeah. Looking forward to that.
Although I think what the big supermarkets have started to do is just take all the Easter eggs off the shelf and say, haha, no, you can't get them cheap. We'd prefer to actually throw them in landfill than have you get them cheap a day later.
They do that.
Maybe because they all own things like the reject shop or whatever. I think they move them from the big supermarkets to the reject shop or something.
So
But
here's
I'm
a
gonna check it
story.
out. Yeah.
Here's a story from the 90s. My father used to work. He got a job for Coles, working as the head of security for the distribution center of Coles, and it's this giant, massive warehouse in Hampton Park, I think. Because there was this massive theft ring, multi-million-dollar theft ring going on, and and so they hired him to stop it. And he was very good at his job, and he was a Boy Scout, which got him death threats as a result. So that's another story.
Yeah.
Anyway, often there were products that had to be thrown away.
Yes.
And sometimes they were food, and he didn't want to waste the food, so he wanted to give it away, and corporate said no. Because they can't just give away food, because then people will expect them to give away food. So he said, okay, we'll just throw it out. And then he gave away the food. But he did it in a way that he didn't give away the food.
I'm just noticing you have a duck.
A goose.
It's a goose.
A goose. Well, it's pretty cute. I'm literally just like, I'm sitting here. I just noticed this little head poking out from like where you're holding it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
a goose.
Have you named it?
No, it's Chinese.
Yeah, it's Chinese. It's not worth a name.
Even the tag is all in Chinese. Oh! Hush! I haven't given it a name yet.
Well, it's pretty cute.
So this is, if anyone noticed, Kirsten and I were Kirsten was saying in the chat, this is the white cane spirit produced where Kirsten works at Archie Rose, which I'm just having a sip on now. It's incredible because I'm not a sipper of rums, basically. I do sometimes, but very rarely. But I just like put some of that straight on a little bit of ice and
cool.
Oh my god, it's really nice. It's actually quite easy to drink while still having a lot of flavor.
So doing the promo shots for my layering funnels.
Yes.
I used rookie mistake. I used actual gin in those shots.
Yeah.
And the photos just got messier and messier as time went on.
Because you were drinking them after.
Yeah. So but like you have they depend on density, so you can't like fake them.
Exactly. It is actually a little bit difficult to fake them. I want to send you, I've got a link. There's a website that just went, here's the comparative densities of 100 liqueurs and spirits.
Cool.
And it gives you the sliding scale so you know which way they go. I'll
Nice.
send you the link, actually. Because, I stumbled on it one day and went, well, that's going to come in handy. I need to bookmark that.
That's so cool.
But if
so
sometimes-
can I get you to put a link to the product just in the description of that first video?
If you do it in, sorry, say again.
That Easter video, just if like.
Oh yeah, I should update the description so there's a link in there. But in the next week or two, we'll do a video that's all about layered cocktails, and that will be the big push. But I'll update that Easter one because it has a layered thing in it.
Do you have?
We'll do one in the next week or two. I do. You've sent it to me, I think.
It's on Discord. It's on my.
Yeah, Discord. I think I might have seen it on Discord. Yeah. But because there's some like recipes for layered cocktails, and they tell you, oh, do you want a 6-layered cocktail? Do this, then this, then this, then, and so 3 is pretty
Get
easy.
Your highball glass ready.
Yeah. Sometimes you find recipes that are for 4 or 5 or even 6 layers. So we'll do a couple, maybe get a couple more photos that you can update on your website. But if we do a video that's just all about layered drinks. And what's funny is layered drinks don't taste good because it's all separated out. It's all about the experience. It's the visualization. It's like, that looks cool. Getting something that's got all these. And of course,
that's why. Oh, sorry. Go on.
Well, the ultimate bartender trick is putting it in a shaker like this, something that's opaque, and actually very carefully putting stuff in the shaker so it's layered in there, and then having 6 shot glasses out and trailing along, and you get a rainbow across the shot glasses. Each shot glass is a different color to the one before.
I've seen videos of that on YouTube. But if you do it right, it looks really cool.
Yeah, the tipsy bartender is actually very good at doing that. He's a very funny guy, but he's very good at doing that. There's a guy I know.
Level.
It's pro level. It's very pro level.
Yeah.
There's
So did you read the description? In the description of the funnel, like the first sentence is, do you like mixing your drinks without mixing the drinks?
Yeah.
Because that's essentially what you're doing.
Megaleech has an excellent idea.
Promo 3D print.
I know a couple of people we should send one to.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
So we should do that. We should send that to a couple people and hope they use it.
Okay.
It's an excellent idea.
I'm up for that.
Because you've already printed a couple. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Of course.
So I can think. I'll probably think of the top 3 of people we should. I'll just, and as they know me, I can just message them and say, I want to send you a thing and see if you think it's useful. What's your postal address? Where can I send this?
Sure.
That might take a while. It might take weeks or months for them to actually do anything with it, but
it may pan out or it may not. But we'll see. And remember that big ass thing I was printing that ended up failing after
after 7 hours.
7 hours to print, and then it failed. Well, I got it to work, and then I had to print like 3 more.
Yeah.
And here they are.
Oh, nice. You got there.
Fuck my life, because that was a lot of printing. And I used
that's a lot of printing.
Over half of an entire roll of filament just for that.
Wow.
But now I have to put it together, and I have to disassemble my I'll show you, because my stack of lac stack over there.
Yeah.
My which is my chemistry set at the moment. That's my still air box where I do all my sterile work. And my bar at the top. but yeah, I'm gonna turn that into a 3D print enclosure, and then
Oh, nice.
hopefully when I get a bit more cash, buy some more lacs,
Nice.
more side tables.
Nice.
Yeah, they're only like $20 each at IKEA, but when you're buying like 3 or 4 of them, it adds up.
It adds up. But yeah, you can repurpose IKEA stuff. I love this one from Kirsten.
Yeah.
Reached tipsy bartender shade TikTok. Also, that thing I said about doing the rainbow shots, a guy I know who runs a bar in Geelong had a wicked cheat for that he uses in the bar sometimes for people who are already drunk, and it's basically pulling a Swiftie on them. He has shot glasses that have a drop of food coloring in the bottom of each of them. And he goes, watch this. And it's
Nice.
just vodka in the shaker. And he goes, watch this. And then does this rail across the shot glasses, and each one's a different color. And he only does this for people who are already kind of drunk, because they see him do it and they're like, whoa! And they tip him.
Abigail, I like how you're making sure your goose is in the frame.
Oh yeah.
Like it's gotta. Now I feel like I need to have something in the frame too. So it has. Hang on.
Oh yeah,
and I've got a giant cat.
There we go. I got a little cow. So cow friend.
Oh, cute.
Goose.
A giant cat.
And over here, I've got the huge cat.
And Angry's got his beard. So we all got something.
We all got something.
So I got a quick question. You guys have explained it before, but my memory's terrible. Why is it such a headache for me to send you beer?
Oh, okay. That's just customs. They just go like, fucking
is there like a specific reason your government has made it that illegal?
Yeah.
Or
they have quite stringent controls on alcohol import. And I've done it before. I've ordered alcohol from an overseas site, got stopped at customs, and they say you have to now pay another X, which is basically 50%. So if you sent me beer or anything, they would say, okay, this is alcohol that's come from overseas. We're slapping a 50% excise. So if they say this is worth $20, you have to pay $10 just to get it. Like someone sent it to you as a gift, but you have to pay.
There's a bunch of people online that are like, like label it as like collective glasses or as vinegar or this or that. But I'm too much of like a goody two shoes to do something like that. So if I actually did it, which I won't because it's such a headache, but if I did, I wouldn't have an issue. I would be like, here is your small amount of money you need to pay them to get them off your back. Because there's so many local breweries around where I live. I would actually love to send you at least something.
Well, okay. I'll also save you on that. I don't drink beer at all. I don't like beer at all. So, but yeah, so spirits, there's like a 50% excise on them. So they would just go, oh, okay. So for instance, you send me spirit, they go, that would cost $50. So we're going to charge like a 50% excise. So you have to pay $25 just to get that out of customs.
Is that like how our government has ridiculous taxes and shit on cars, so you can't import? Actually, it's worse here because there it's just you have to pay money if you want to import the beer. Here, I can't even import a car from there unless it's like 25 years old.
Yeah. Well, at this point, because our current Conservative government destroyed the manufacturing industry in Australia, there are no cars made locally in Australia anymore. We used to have Ford, Holden, and Toyota cars made in Australia.
I know, and it's sad because you guys made cooler Ford shit than we made, and Ford is an American brand, which blows my mind.
Yep. Australian Fords were actually cooler than American Fords.
Yeah. No, I would 100% agree on that.
Holden Utes were coveted by a small fan base in America.
No, I still like if I win the lottery, I'm gonna get my hands on one and import it here. I still want one. I'm surprised they never sold it here because it's literally like a modern day El Camino, and people here love those a lot. They absolutely love them, and it'd be perfect for what people need around here because people need something that's like a work truck without a huge work truck.
Yeah. And that they were functional work trucks. They looked cool,
Yeah.
and they were functional work trucks.
Yeah.
But the government destroyed the manufacturing industry here, so there are no cars. So you can import cars here because all fucking cars are imported here. So whatever.
Which is kind of
Yeah.
sad.
It's terrible. And in fact, COVID highlighted like that short-sighted thing that's become part of the mantra of, I was going to say conservative politics, but it's almost all politics. No, you've got to cut costs and whatnot. This has been since the 80s. But what we've learned from COVID is we're always on the knife edge of your economy being cut off from the rest of the world. Like any number of things could happen. Another pandemic, a few other disasters, that whatever country you're in, you could be completely cut off from the rest of the world. So if you're not manufacturing something locally, the people who manufacture it in another country are going to be able to hold a gun to your fucking head and go, guess what? You're going to hand over 10 times more for whether it's a car, whether it's electronics, whether it's fuel. Australia has a very serious issue with if our international supply of fuel got cut off, we'd be in terrible trouble. We do produce a certain amount of fuel locally, but COVID really highlighted how we're all fucking dancing on a tightrope. But governments just go, oh no, it looked like it was all going to go tits up, but it didn't. So we don't have to have any plan in place at all for everything to go tits up in the future, even though...
That makes me like concerned for you guys, just for the fact that you guys are so close to fucking China, and I can imagine them like, okay, just wait. It's only a matter of time before they can't afford to defend themselves, and then we can go take their little islands that are in the what do they call it? The East China Sea, whatever they want to call it.
No, the whole South Pacific, and in fact, people might end up desperately inviting China and go, oh my God, we're fucked. We actually can't transact with Europe or North America now. Please, could you come in and control our economy?
Oh man, that would be so bad for so many. Yeah,
fucked.
It would like, oh man, it would definitely rub my country the wrong way for sure. No one here I can't stand China. The Chinese people I don't have an issue with because they live there, they were born there, whatever.
It's
the government.
Oh yeah,
and the fact that they're a communist government, and my government seems to have no issue with doing business with them. But if this was the 50s, you even talked about doing business with a communist, they would have thrown you in jail and taken your life away.
Yeah,
like
they're only communist. What they really are is totalitarian.
Yeah,
and I worry about a future where more and more people think totalitarianism is a good deal. There
is the show Top Gear it's on BBC.
Yes. Yep.
There's a scene, it's a Top Gear, or it was with those guys. But there's a scene in the show that perfectly highlights how China really is. And they go to this gift shop, and it's the area they're in is supposed to be is like praising communism. It's like a monument to communism, but there's a gift shop where you can go buy knickknacks and stuff for money.
Sure. Yeah.
And that perfectly highlights how China really is.
Oh yeah. No, it's ridiculous. I'm also just kind of a much lighter note. Kirsten, who's been getting martinis handed to her, she's going, I think the guy giving martinis is hitting on me. Which
I've been laughing at that. Yeah,
it's pretty good.
How forward of
And she did the Mae West quote: 3 martinis, I'm under the table. 4 martinis, I'm under the host. Husband knows what he's doing. And now I'm inspired. I'm pouring myself a martini. Oh yeah, no, and yes, rabid game fan. Yes, no, the CCP fucking suck. They don't respect the people. And again, China is such a huge expanse, and it's so many different ethnic groups spread over that huge landmass, and they have no respect for any sort of difference or individuality within different groups. The Uyghurs are the ones who really obviously get fucked over, but it's not just them. There's a whole bunch of different people. It's like, oh, no. If you try to be different or individual at all, we will fuck with you.
I feel
And
like
it's just
the Chinese government is scarier than any entity that was over in the Middle East. Because
they're more powerful.
their whole thing, yeah, and the whole thing is just to be, in the Middle East, just to be scary and whatever. But there's so many times where I've heard like this person in China has spoken out, and then like a couple days later they'll be like, we don't know what happened to this person that spoke out about China. They just disappeared.
China will disappear a person, and then they'll resurface like a month later and retract everything they said.
Yeah, yes.
Or they'll never appear again.
Almost like they had like a lobotomy, and they're just like, China's the best country. I love my government. Like they love the people. Yep. Long live the Chinese government party.
Yeah.
Like, oh wow, that's like something out of a movie with a dystopian future.
No, they're
not. You got to admit that they are more subtle than North Korea. Like,
North Korea is just weird.
Yeah.
I really feel like if we could somehow get their government, like somehow separate North Korea's government from their people, we could actually like do something. If we could actually sit down with North Korea and really, really talk to them and be like, look, no one wants to freaking hurt you guys. We just want your people to not starve.
I feel like if you could get rid of the regime in North Korea, you'd have to have 5 to 10 years of therapy for the people of North Korea to go, oh, okay.
Yeah, they've been brainwashed hardcore.
I would say it would take a minimum of like 50 years before they can even start to be normal.
Yeah, a generation and a half at least.
Which is super. I was watching videos of someone who had escaped, and she was in the military, and she was talking about what it's like in there. She was talking about how like when she went to South Korea, she had all this meat and stuff, and like having meat there is like unheard of. It's like for the top of the top of the top, and all stuff like that. And they were looking at like military technology that like we have, and she was like, yeah, North Korea has nothing like even close to this. Like, I didn't even know this kind of technology even existed.
Yeah, it's a bit much. Sorry, I just love rabid game fan. We shouldn't do business with China until they're free. It's like, yeah, you act like capitalists actually care about the freedom of anyone. It's like, no, they saw an opportunity to make money.
I'm mad over the whole thing with the NBA in China. Like it's some whole big deal, and I'm just like, how about we just don't do business with freaking China?
But all the capitalists just went, oh, we can make money, so we don't give a fuck. Yeah, and yes, the sporting people. My favorite one was the WWF, which the people running the WWF are hyper conservative, like Trumpy level conservative, but they saw an opportunity to make money both in China and like in the United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia and whatnot. And what's his name? John Cena made the mistake of speaking out once.
I saw that.
Yeah.
When he
had to recant.
When he put that retractment out, that video out, I lost all respect. I'm like, you're such a cuck for the Chinese government. I don't respect you anymore. So I used to really like him as like a actor in movies and stuff, and now I literally, since he did that, I don't care for him at all anymore.
Yeah. No, they clearly pulled him aside and said, we will cut you off. You will not make $1 ever again unless you completely retract that. And he's a slave to the money, and he retracted it. And it was just like, oh, dude.
It's so gross.
But it's just like, it's like some people get upset. Like I remember when there were the pictures of the Obamas palling around with George Bush, and people went, what the fuck is that about? And I went, no matter what political party they say they're in, even if they promote really different agendas, the ruling class have more in common with each other than they do with anyone who votes for them. And I'm not saying the Democrat policy is the same as the Republican policy, because it's not. I'm not saying the Obama policy was the same as the Bush policy, because it's not. But when it comes down to it, the Obamas can't relate to us. They can relate to the Bushes, though. So it's just the way it is.
There's a joke by Dave Chappelle where he basically says that, like, when Trump was running. He's like, Trump's not running to make things better for you. He's running to make things better for me and other rich people. He's like, the other rich white people don't like poor white people. So he's like they talk bad about them all the time to me.
Yeah. And yeah, no, it's like it's not a joke, but it's a true thing. I always say, like, yeah, I rag on Trump supporters, but if I got to talk to a Trump supporter, one of the things I'd say to them, you know who thinks you're a bigger fuckwit than I do? Trump. Trump is appalled that you fall for his bullshit.
I've always thought that it's not so much like a race difference that's separating at least my country so much. It's a difference in finances. It's a money difference. Money is what opens up doors for people. Connections and money. It has nothing to do with like what color you are.
Trump has a low opinion of everybody.
That's
absolutely
true.
Everybody.
He's the most freakish narcissist in the world. It's very weird. He's a very weird person, but he clearly has more contempt for his supporters than he does for his opponents. It's like he's playing such an obvious scam on his supporters, and they fall for it. He clearly thinks they're fucking idiots. Mega Leech, late stream, dude. Probably I don't have to get up in the morning. It's 10. I know we're chatting. There's no way I'm cutting this chat off. We're all here. There's no way I'm stopping this.
Yeah, we're chilling, having a good time. I got some gibbets for my Crocs.
Sorry, what did you do, Marco?
I got gibbets. I know it's probably sounding like cocks, but it wasn't. I got gibbets for my Crocs.
What a gibbet?
No, I heard Crocs. Now I just want to know what gibbets are.
They're the little charms that you put on the Crocs.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, okay, yeah, no charms on your Crocs.
Yeah,
and I hate. So I was visiting a partner of mine a while back, and I was having a nap and they woke me up and they were wearing Crocs, and like just instinctually I just screamed out, "What are those?"
I used to be so against them until I got a pair.
Oh, they're ugly as fuck.
They're so fucking ugly.
Yeah.
But they feel good on my feet.
I just I'll wear Docs till the day I die, because they are the comfiest.
But if you get Crocs, you can get a nice little goose gibbet for them.
That's true. Yeah, all the holes in the Crocs are great for attaching.
Yeah, they also, if you go on Etsy, people have made custom accessories for them. So look, you can buy the truck nuts for pickup trucks.
On Thingiverse, people have made all kinds of Croc accessories.
I was on Etsy and someone made a snowplow with an LED light bar.
Yeah, I've seen snowplow at 3D printable snowplows for Crocs that you can download and print yourself for your Crocs.
I want to get my Crocs. Hang on.
Okay. So when did I order that burger? It was a while ago, yeah.
It was a little while ago.
Hungry Jack's hasn't even confirmed that they've got the order yet.
Oh, that's not good.
And the estimated, I hate delivery sometimes.
Oh, hell. And you're dependent on delivery. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I have more in the mail because I got drunk and I bought some. That's what I do when I'm drunk. I go online and I buy stuff I don't need. But I got this pigeon. Isn't that cute? Right?
That is
very cute.
So I got this pigeon to represent my state, because when I think of New York, I think of pigeon. And now, based off of that, our state bird is some stupid little bluebird I've never seen in my life. Right? Yeah. I want to start a petition, which I'm actually going to do. I'm going to start a petition to change the state bird of New York to the pigeon, because I think it fits way better. I've never seen one of those bluebirds around here. I've seen pigeons. Also, I think pigeons deserve the spot because they're super smart. They're one of the few animals to pass the mirror test. They can recognize difference in photos. They can recognize different people in photos.
They're cute.
They can fly up to like 6,000 feet at like 72 miles an hour. The fastest recorded is like 92 miles an hour.
Oh, Migratory pigeons are amazing.
They're super smart.
yeah.
And they're cute. And they look dopey, but they're not. They're actually smart, which is like a lot of New Yorkers.
Yep.
So I'm like, perfect bird for the state bird.
That's what you've got to put in your petition. They look dopey, but they're not, like a lot of New Yorkers.
Yeah, that's how you get them.
I'm
That's how
hoping
you get 'em.
that we can get people on board on
Hell,
bird.
I'll move to New York just to sign that petition and then move back because I love living here.
And then I would literally go down in history as the man who changed the New York State bird to the pigeon.
Yes. Oh
I'm
yeah,
on board,
Alexander.
man.
They all
You started.
they pigeons made a massive contribution to the
Carrier
the
pigeons.
I thought it was
Here in
I was
Germany,
World War
yes.
One.
Yeah.
both.
Well, I know
They were
the
bigger in World War One, I think. But
the
yeah,
Germans deployed either Hawks or Falcons. It was one of those to try to nab the
try and
pigeons,
take out the carrier pigeon.
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
what the movie I think Valiant is
Yes.
based off of.
With Ewan McGregor does the pigeon voice.
Yeah.
He's the hero pigeon.
That was a cute
After
little
all
movie.
The other pigeons have been killed by German falcons. Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, you know
Which
how
is a
I
Disney movie.
how as Marco was getting his Crocs, I mentioned my Hungry Jack's order.
Yes.
Just as soon as Micro sat down and showed off his Crocs, the order updated to it's being prepared.
There you go. Your Crocs are magic.
So,
Mark, right?
Yeah, Magic Crocs, all hail the Crocs.
Oh, also Crocs just released a limited edition pair of Crocs that were based off of pigeon. So it had like a big pigeon foot. They were New York City themed. So like the color of the Croc was like a dirty sidewalk with gum and stuff on it. And the gibbets was like a big pigeon foot, a rat, an alligator, a garbage can, a pizza, a rat, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I wanted them, but you had to win a raffle. And then if you won the raffle, you were given the chance to pay them $70 for them.
Oh,
which
wow.
which
okay.
I was like, no. But
That's a
I've
lot.
already seen them on websites that resell shoes for $115.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's the whole thing. Limited edition shoes. Yeah.
Speaking of New York sidewalks, I recently saw this video about a guy who what he did. There's this I don't remember what it's called, but there's this street in New York, I think it's in Manhattan, where it's like all these like gold and jewelers have their shops.
Yeah, there's a jeweler district. Yeah.
Yeah, and what he did is he got this vacuum cleaner and like a hook, and he dug up the grime and dirt from the cracks in the pavement. And all he did was spend an hour just doing like a tiny little section of this street, right?
Yeah.
And he got over like $2,000 worth of gold and gems just in the grime.
Yeah,
there was a
And
guy.
some, like dust and shavings that people like these jewelers will like be working their trade, and then they'll like go out to lunch and they'll have gold dust and shit on their clothes, and it just goes into the sidewalk.
There was a guy who had the same thought process, but with catalytic converters because they have precious metal in them. So he went into a highway and swept up dirt and dust, and he got precious metals out of doing that.
Yeah.
It's amazing what we fucking throw away. Yeah. Or we don't even realize. Yeah. Because the gem district in New York has been there for well over 100 years. So the accretion of waste, and it's gem dust and gold dust and whatnot. Yeah, it's going to be.
He found diamonds and rubies, just like tiny ones, but mostly it was like gold in the cracks, like actual like some of the pieces were quite large, and and by large I mean they were tiny, but there was dust, lots of gold dust. It's like but it was like trapped in all this grime.
Yeah. But it's like the opal mining places in Cooper Pedy and whatnot in Australia. There's big commercial opal mining stuff, and they throw away a lot of waste. And individual people dredge through the waste from the commercial stuff, and they accrete the dust and what. And it can be incredibly lucrative to just go through the garbage pile of the big commercial things that they can't be bothered accreting the powder, and you end up making a lot of money by going through the garbage of the big things. It's weird.
I want to reply to Safa real quick. Times Square is smaller than you think. Also, New York City is disgusting. I don't recommend it. I've been through New York City and I absolutely hated it. I hated every second I had to spend in that miserable, tiny little place. It's like I don't even. Oh man, like the traffic just moves as one big clogged artery. It doesn't move freely. There's not one smell. There's 1,000 smells. There's too many people. It's dirty. I'm like, why does anyone like this place?
Yeah, I think I'd do it as a tourist briefly because, like, you're in New York State, like, and because I over the last 15 years being on YouTube, I've made a bunch of friends in the US. Like, if I ever go there and travel, I know people who live in all the fun and interesting areas.
Yeah,
get to visit people and everything. I would do New York as a tourist. Because the one thing that I've always found interesting, people have gone, and this includes people from the US, but also international people. Like, oh, you've never been to New York. I want to take you in there from outside New York because you crest a certain point and then you see Manhattan Island, and it is a unique fucking thing. And the moment you see this cluster of impossible buildings all together, it's an experience you have once in your life because you only get to see it for the first time once. And the number of New Yorkers who go, I want to take someone to see that for the first time.
It's just like, imagine you're driving from a country outside into a city and you see nothing and you see buildings. It's just like, it's just that.
Yeah.
New York is more than just Manhattan, though. Like,
Manhattan
is one borough.
Manhattan Island is just part of New York.
Next time you're here, I have Google Earth VR, and you can just do it. Like, it's realistic enough in VR that you feel that experience.
Yeah.
I would go to New York City for the only two reasons I would go is because they have stores that are only in New York City. Like, I don't want to have them up here, and I live in the capital of the state. And then there's like maybe specific restaurants they have down there.
Oh, and I want to go to specific bars. Me being a fucking pisshead, there are some real legendary New York cocktail bars.
I have friends who live in Seattle, so I want to go there.
Yeah.
I want to go to Seattle.
I've got friends all over the US, and I have
a couple of friends in Seattle.
I've lived in New York.
Seattle is home to Wizards of the Coast, so they do both Dungeons and Dragons and Magic the Gathering. So of course I want to go visit there.
And they got the Space Needle. You got to check out the Space Needle.
The Space
Needle. And
I
want to get. I want to marry someone in Las Vegas and then have it annulled the next day.
Oh, I can legally marry people.
So can I.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm a pastor.
Ordained minister. Ordained minister.
I'm an ordained minister.
Okay. Here's what I want to do now. I want to travel to Vegas, Micro, with you and Abigail. And first, I want to marry you, Micro, and then have that annulled. And then I want to marry Abigail with you running the ceremony, and then I want to have that annulled.
Okay, so, you can marry me, and then I'm going to go to Australia real quick and just get checked out by a doctor, and then I'll fly back and have it annulled.
Okay, I'm on board.
Yes.
I'm on board
yes. Get that social health care.
Yeah, like how you paying for this? Like my husband's covering it for me. It's.
Yep.
I would cover for you, man.
I'm 100% on board with that. Yep.
Oh my god, that's a plan. We have a plan now. It's like
this is just what is that movie? There's a movie that's like just like this. It's
there's an Australian movie which then got ripped off by an American. Michael Keaton and Paul Hogan did a movie in Australia.
It's probably the movie I'm thinking of. It's like two straight guys that get married just to have the benefits.
Michael Keaton, he's the lead in what's the Serenity? Sorry, I've had a couple of drinks and I cannot remember anything at the moment. Michael Keaton is an Australian actor. He was in that movie, Wow's the Serenity.
Yes, The Castle.
The Castle. So he's the lead in The Castle.
Okay.
He did a movie with Paul Hogan called Strange Bedfellows, where two straight guys marry to get health benefits. And then Michael Keaton did a couple Hollywood movies, and he did one with Rob Schneider. And he was just in a conversation with Rob Schneider, and he went, I did this really funny movie with Paul Hogan where we were straight guys, and then Rob Schneider ripped it off, and and then Paul Hogan just went to Rob Schneider like, "You ripped off my idea and never paid me. You have to pay me now." And so, but yes, there's a Hollywood movie.
Well,
with the two straight guys. Who
Adam
get married.
Sandler did that movie as well.
I just googled
Yeah,
it.
no,
It's
it was
called-
Adam Sandler. It was Adam Sandler and Rob Schneider. And Rob Schneider told
and
the idea
and
to Adam
the guy
Sandler.
from Paul Blart Mall Cop.
It's
Yes.
called I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry.
Yes,
That's
yes,
the
yes,
one.
yes, yes, yes. And Rob Schneider told them the idea because Michael Keaton
Yeah.
told them the idea, and they made the movie. And Paul Hogan went, "Well, I own that idea. You need to pay me." And they went, "I guess we do." And it's very complicated. So there's a Hollywood version of the two straight guys getting married for health benefits, and there's an Australian version of the two straight
Yeah.
guys getting married. for
Which
health
one
benefits.
was better? Because I haven't seen either of them.
I haven't seen either of them. So,
I'm gonna have to check out the original version of it.
Well,
yeah, the ori-
all I want to say is that if there are any American ladies out there who would like to get married just for our free healthcare, I'm up for it.
Also,
you know,
yeah,
conjugal
yeah.
visits aside, we could just snuggle.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
yeah. Mrs.
We just
Angry would also
should legitimize it for a bit, a few weeks.
Mrs. Angry in her past also like married a guy for citizenship and that sort of thing. So she'd understand if I was doing that for an American lady or an American man for that matter. And I don't know, we might negotiate.
Go talk to your wife. Be like, go talk to your wife. Be like, I have to go marry this American dude so we can get citizenship because it's not working out for him in America.
Yeah, no, it would happen. It would happen. We could do it. Sorry, I'm just now thinking someone who doesn't know any of us seeing the stream. At this
Yeah.
point, going,
There's
what are
there's
these
some
people doing?
there's some Australian
food's almost
government official like write that down.
Yeah, these people are scamming the system.
Guess what, Australian official? You can't touch me.
Ooh, the clarinet's out.
That reminds me of an intro to a kids show, but I cannot think of what kids show. Maybe like Little Bear.
It's from Peter and the Wolf.
Oh, that's Peter and the Wolf. I thought it sounded really familiar.
It's the theme of the cat.
That's like
Oh, nice.
the intro to so many kids shows I watched.
Because kids shows can steal shit from classical music and not have to pay.
Yeah. What is it? I think there's like after 100 years the copyright on things expires.
Oh my god! Sorry, it's just like this Kirsten. She went on a date to now.
Oh no!
No,
Oh.
yeah, you left.
That yeah.
I would have left too.
Yeah, no, that's not.
Wow.
I would have been confused. I would have been like, why am I on a date with a guy and yeah, he's homophobic? This doesn't make any sense to me.
That would be confusing, wouldn't it? If we were a dude
Yeah.
on a date with another dude, and then he said something homophobic, it's like I don't even understand what's happening there.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. Oh my god. Again, I love the fact that our conversations on these streams are so random. I just love the idea of a rando dropping in right in the middle of one of our
Yeah.
very weird conversations.
We went
and then
from like
going,
alcohol to pigeons to Crocs to illegal marriages.
Speaking of state birds, New South Wales Sydney bird should be the bin chicken. You won't know this, Micro. So this actually happened in Sydney in the 90s. I lived in the country up until the end of the 80s. I moved to Sydney. I lived in Sydney in the 90s. I moved to Melbourne at the end of the 90s. And
My food is here.
Abigail's got some food to get. Nice. I've lived in Melbourne for the last 20 years. But
I shall return.
when I was in Sydney in the 90s, there was a transition. What it was is basically some swampland got fucked up, some natural land got fucked up, and the ibises that lived there couldn't continue to live there. They all moved to Sydney. So in the 90s, when I was living in Sydney, all these ibises that used to live in sort of country areas moved to Sydney, and they were instead of eating their natural food, they were eating out of bins and shit. So we started to call them bin chickens. They arrived en masse in Sydney in the 90s. I think that should be the state bird for New South Wales, just because they've dominated Sydney since the 90s. The bin chicken, they're some native ibis.
It looks like someone took the bottom half of one bird and the head of a different bird, and then they strapped like a bent dildo to its head.
Yes. So, okay, the historical ibis was an Egyptian bird, and there's an Egyptian god that has the head of the ibis and whatnot. And there's an Australian bird that looks a lot like the Egyptian bird, so they called it an ibis. And they've been all over the place in Sydney since the 90s. So that should be the state bird for New South Wales and Sydney. So Kirsten's sharing the fun stories. Went on a date with a guy, wanted to join the police to beat up gay people and black people. Yeah, didn't let him finish, walk off. So Kirsten's saying 77 years is the length of copyright. In Australia. It's actually, I think it's longer than that in America. But yeah, there's some stuff that's out of copyright in Australia that's not out of copyright in the US, because copyright laws are not universal around the world. So
according to Google, it says, as a general rule, the works created after January 1st, 1978, copyright protection lasts for the life of the author plus an additional 70 years.
Yeah, and this all comes back to Disney trying to stop Mickey Mouse from entering the public domain. And
Disney's so evil.
Disney is evil.
In my mind, Disney is just as bad as the Chinese government, because they also, if people speak out about them, they're like, you need to go shut up, or we're going to make sure you don't make any money anymore, ever. We control everything. Do you not realize this?
Yep, Disney is, I'm on board with you, man. Disney is very close. So Kirsten's saying those two terrible dates she told us about, after those, met husband, has been with husband for 14 years. So it's like swings and roundabouts. I've been with Mrs. Angry for 17 years. I'm thinking the immediate period before Mrs. Angry. So it's like I was with the mother of my children for a while from the 90s. And okay, that ended badly, but it's very hard. Despite the fact she did a bunch of fuck shit to me, it's very hard to be very negative to her, because she's the mother of my children and I love my children. So she gave me my children. So it's, despite all the fuck shit, and she did some fuck shit to me, it's very hard to be negative to her, because it's like, well, she gave me my children. My children and they're adults now. They're awesome. They're awesome people. So it's very hard to hold negative feelings towards her. But the gap between her and Mrs. Angry, where I did a bit of dating and a bit of fucked up shit. And there was one relationship in particular in there where she was a horrible, creepy, manipulative, abusive person. It's kind of like when people say men can't be abused in relationships. And I'm like, yeah, they can. Yeah, they can. There was this one before Mrs. Angry that lasted for a year or two. She was fucked, man.
That reminds me of one of my last girlfriends was extremely abusive. Like, she used to punch me and slap me and all that shit. And I was talking to one of my old co-workers who doesn't work there anymore about abusive relationships. And she basically was saying that men can't be abused and it doesn't make any sense if we're being abused, because she was like, why don't you just go and stop it? And I'm like, it does not work like that. And the police show up, it is not going to work out well for the man ever.
No. And it is the thing, when you are a man and you have an abusive female partner who you could absolutely physically dominate and whatnot, but you choose not to. It's like, fuck. Like, she did this weird shit where she called the cops on me one time, and she was being, and again, in her defense, she clearly had some issues. She probably I'm trying to think of the right term for it, and I've had slightly too many cocktails to remember the right term. But she had some issues, so it's like, okay, she did this dumb shit. She called the cops, and I just stepped out of that house because it's like, no, this is fucking dumb. And the cop showed up, and I was being completely reasonable, and she was being really fucking out there. And I was like, whatever. And the cops just said to me, look, Abigail's showing off she's got her food.
She got Hungry Jack. I think it's what she's showing off.
That is Hungry Jack's. That's the vegetable-based Hungry Jack's. Yeah.
I want to. Safa asked if I called the police on her. No, that's the thing about abusive relationships. I didn't call the police on her because I loved her.
Yeah.
The drink was lying down on its side in the bag.
Oh, dog.
And I'm just showing off the dripping.
Yeah. Oh no.
The actual dripping of soft drink on the bag.
I would immediately go and get your money back. I would call up and get your money back.
They demand pictures, and well, I mean, I could take pictures, I guess.
It's all fucked.
It's just,
but
like,
yeah,
it's all, yeah. I mean,
but this ex of mine, she was very creepy, psychological abusive, and borderline physical abusive, and I chose not to react to her shit because she was trying to provoke me to be physically abusive in response, and I refused to do it. But it fucked me up for years.
Oh yeah, there was
do that shit to you.
There was like after that, like if someone moved really quickly around me, I'd be like that, and people laugh at that. People think that's funny. People think that shit's funny. That if you move quickly, you like flinch. It's not funny.
Yeah,
it's not funny at all.
And when you're a guy trying to do the right thing, and this is the thing, I do get upset with people who say women can't be abusive. Yes, they can. It's the minority of cases. It's definitely the minority of cases. And I'm very.
So can I tell a story?
Yes.
I'm just going to take a couple of pictures, but I can talk. I can do two things.
Okay, you're taking pictures for your order. Yep. Okay.
Yes. So my first partner was a sociopath.
Oh.
And she was extremely abusive and controlling and awful. And I was pre-transition, so but it was all very she was very emotionally and emotionally abusive and just very manipulative and controlling. Kitten, get out of there. And eventually I just had enough, but because it was my first relationship and my parents didn't do anything but teach me how to be controlled, so it was like perfect for her. But eventually I clued up and I dumped her, and she got, because she knew she couldn't control me emotionally and mentally anymore, she got physically abusive. And I was pre-transition, so I had those men muscles going on. And I was in my early 20s and I was super fit. And she was started to get physically abusive, and I just held her back. But she just didn't stop. She tried to every trick in the book. She tried to hit, kick, punch, bite, knee, fucking everything for about an hour. I had to hold her down, just restrain her, just somehow, and just try to get her to stop. And eventually I'd had enough and managed to, in amongst all that, just a quick elbow to the face. I'd had enough. I was tired, and I'd never hit someone before, especially this is pre-transition. I'd never hit a woman before, and fuck, I felt bad, but she stopped. And fucking hell, as a ultra, a left-wing feminist type, fucking, if a woman's like that, hit her.
Yeah.
Like,
I used to not understand abusive relationships. Like if you saw
Do
one
it.
on TV or something, you'd be like, why don't you just leave? But it's like they don't start out
It's not that
abusive. It
simple.
starts out normal and
Yeah.
it gets abusive. And it's like
And-
I can remember a time being in my room and my ex was literally like she was mad at me. So she was like she was right in the face, duffing me. And I can remember my ex's, not this ex, but my other ex before her's mom. I was living in their house, knocking on the door, like open the door, let me help. Like I don't want this happening in my house. But I was so scared about what that girlfriend would have done to me if I'd let her mom help. I refused to open the door. So it puts you in this weird mindset where you know this is not okay and this person shouldn't be doing it to you, but you love them and you're just hoping they'll stop. But they won't stop.
Yeah, it's fucked. And the one that really taught me was a friend from my early days on the internet in the 90s, when she finally left this guy who was abusive to her, and she's going, but I still love him. And someone trying to be supportive to her, saying, no one who loves you will hurt you. If they hurt you, they don't love you. And she said, so you're telling me my daddy never loved me? And it was just like, oh, there's a fucking cycle. There's a fucking cycle.
Yeah, it's sad.
Right there. It's fucked. Life is difficult.
Also,
when you want to love
you
someone
also-
and they do shit stuff to you.
You also like build up a dependence with someone, and when they turn out to be a sociopath, like it's subtle at first, and then like once they get their hooks in, or if they're a narcissist, once they get their hooks in.
And I feel like a
just
lot of
like-
the people that end up in abusive relationships have issues, have like a fear of being alone.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, dude, you hit the
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
nail on the head.
Which that was part of my issue is like I don't want I like being alone. I don't want to be alone. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
my biggest
But
fear in
also-
life is growing up and being that old miserable dude that is always yelling at the kids for being too loud and like I have no one. That's my biggest fear in life.
Yeah. But also sometimes abusers are just scared of being alone. The reason they do the things they do is if someone stands up to them, they're going to be alone. And this abusive ex, I've never seen someone who was more freaked out at the concept of being alone than she was. Like if someone broke up with her, and I didn't realize this when I started up with her, she had broken up with someone less than 24 hours before. And she hit on me on the internet, and I was single. So I was like, hey, there's a lady hitting on me. I'll take some of that. And when I finally just went like, fuck no, and it took like a year for me to do that, she had started up with someone else within 24 hours of me saying, so abusers aren't necessarily sort of strong, completely in control of situation people. Sometimes they're just really fucked up, flawed people as well. That's not an excuse for them. It doesn't excuse what they do, but sometimes their abusive behavior is just a reflection of how fucked up and insecure they are.
Talk about it like abusive. I asked for no fucking pickles.
Oh no!
pickles.
Talking about abuse, they put pickles on your pizza, on your burger. Damn.
Burger. This
Sorry. That's not good.
vegan burger.
Pickles on a
amazing, by the
pizza
way.
sounds like some sort of New York sin.
Yeah.
That does sound pretty extreme. Pickles on pizza.
Even for this country, that sounds extreme.
To be honest, this burger was worth the wait. This is
Oh,
a
good.
really good burger.
It's good. Excellent.
Mm.
Excellent.
The Hungry Jack's really nailed it with their vegan burgers.
Yeah. Well, that's good. It's good to know.
This switching the plant-based stuff to save the word thing kind of, I don't want to say bother, but it concerns me because it takes a lot of energy to grow the plants, to harvest them, to make them into that. which I feel
Yeah,
like
but
doesn't it take more energy for them to grow and harvest a field than it does for them to like grow some
it
cows?
takes more energy to grow the. It takes way more energy to grow all the food to feed the cows than it does to just eat the food directly.
The processing of grains into cows for protein is incredibly inefficient. So meat is definitely more efficient. But yeah, sometimes I get annoyed at vegans who will be too casual about the damage their vegan foods do to the environment. But meat is definitely worse.
I don't understand vegans. I get vegetarians. I don't understand vegans, but you know, it's their life. It's not my life.
If you're gonna the best way to be like vegetarian or vegan is to do it locally. So eat local foods. Don't eat so much quinoa that you bankrupt a foreign country.
Quinoa is literally killing indigenous people. But eating locally produced vegetables, that's fantastic.
I hate when I think I have everything so I can stay outside, but I don't. I have to go back inside.
It was looking very nice outside, so if you pick up what you need, I'm keen to see
It's supposed to have like an inch of snow today. I'm so mad.
And it also takes like, I think it was something like 20 gallons of water to make 1 pound of beef or something. Something like that. And that's in freedom units.
Production of meat is incredibly inefficient. And again, it's not like production of grain, etc., doesn't have an impact, but production of meat has a bigger impact.
The reason the snow is such a bother to me is because literally the day before yesterday, it was 26 Celsius outside.
Oh, wow.
And now it's going to
Celsius and then snow.
Yeah, so that's what I'm dealing with.
Wow, that is severely fluctuating.
You know how mad that makes me. You know that happens all the time in this godforsaken state. Literally, like in the winter, the middle of winter, in like January or December, it went up to 60 degrees Fahrenheit, and then the next day it dropped down to 20 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, no, that's
it was 60, dropped down, and then everything melted, and then it snowed, and then it was ice, and then snow on top of it.
Yeah. No,
that's how they get you.
Yeah.
That's how you get avalanches and shit.
Rapid fluctuations are bad.
And it's just, I don't mind if the weather wants to be, New York kind of weather, like snow, but just pick a lane, bro. Is it going to be warm or is it going to be cold? I need to know if I need to wear this coat for the week or if I need to wear a sweater.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a reasonable
thing.
Don't
live in Melbourne then.
Yeah.
We've learned to adapt to daily change, like hourly changes sometime.
We literally in the last week, we had one day where we were sitting around going, damn, maybe I want to put the air conditioner on. And the next day was, damn, maybe I want to put the heater on. It's just, it was such a extreme change.
That was here this week. That's exactly what it was like. I was like, this is so annoying. I'm like, I can't decide if it's spring or not.
Yeah.
People have written songs about Melbourne weather.
Yeah. It was quite a warm day today, but windy. And I think tomorrow the temperature's meant to drop, and it might start to rain tomorrow.
Saf is asking if I use snow tires. No, because I'm poor. I can't afford that. I can't afford to drop like $400 for one season. I just keep my all seasons and I pray to the flying spaghetti monster that I don't rear end anyone.
Yeah, there's a thing because we do have snowfields in Australia up in the mountains, and I remember meeting a guy who lived up in the snow area, and he was like, you get these clowns who've come up for the skiing, but they don't know the local thing. So when they're in the lower part of the mountains, They've got the chains attached to their tires. So you're just trying to you're sitting in a cafe or the library or something, and there's this really loud noise, and a car's going down the street with chains attached, just throwing off sparks
Idiots.
everywhere.
Idiot. I bet they don't have their tires deflated, right? Probably fully inflated tires. Asking
tearing
for a
up
flat.
the road.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're tearing up the road, throwing off sparks everywhere because it's just like they have no idea what they're doing.
Now, if I could actually afford to have snow tires and swap them out each season, I would, because they definitely do help a lot. I can't afford. I know people who have they'll have the steel wheels that come in your car.
Yeah.
They'll put their winter set in that, and they'll get a nicer set of summer wheels, and they'll put their summer tires on those, and they'll swap them out every whatever month.
Yeah.
The burgers really are better at Hungry Jack's.
Oh, they're so good because
for
they
real.
flame broil them, and you can taste that.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
And
the mayo and
being a meat eater, the bacon double cheeseburger they make at Hungry Jack's of the mainstream fast food places, that fucking kills everything else. The bacon double cheeseburger.
That's what
fucking
Will
deadly.
gets.
Oh
bacon
my god,
double
I love
cheese.
it
Yeah.
so much.
Oh man, I don't like bacon
I'm
that
a-
much, but a bacon burger,
Yeah.
Whopper, Rebel Whopper. Oh my god, that was life sustaining. My
Good.
health bar
Good.
is now fully restored.
Does the Hungry Jack have something called? So in Burger King here, they have something called a rodeo burger, and it's a burger with hot sauce and onion rings.
No.
No,
I've never heard
that's
of it.
sad. It's delicious, I promise.
So Noog has arrived. Hello Noog, by the way. The sneak.
What's the Sneak King?
Don't know what that is, bro. Don't know what that is. And hello, yes. I'm going to disappear momentarily.
Okay, I'll stay here with Abigail and her nice goose friend.
Oh no.
You all hang out. I'm just doing a loo break for a minute, and I'll be able to
Okay.
stay focused if I go out and void the bladder, as the saying goes.
It's cold.
Yes.
I don't like it. It was just warm. It was like 50 something. I don't know, Celsius. I try. It's 2 because Sapphire just told us it's 2 degrees right now,
Oh jeez.
and it was just I don't even know, 10 the other day.
You could probably I'm just answering this question here. Can you order hot sauce and onion rings with a Whopper at Hungry Jack's? Probably could if you go into the store.
Yeah,
Um,
most fast food
probably.
places you can do almost whatever you want as long as you pay for it.
Yeah.
I know people who'd go into McDonald's when I worked there, and they would get a Big Mac, but they would substitute quarter pounder patties instead of the Big Mac patties.
I've seen people substitute the burger patties for hash browns
That's interesting.
at McDonald's. But yeah, I've done that. After a night of dancing at a club, if I don't want to eat meat but I want to join my friends in some greasy burgers and we go to McDonald's, I'll just say substitute because McDonald's don't do a veggie burger. Sub out the meat for hash browns and it was fine. So
The filet of fish was started so they could attract customers for Lent, I think it is. They're not allowed to eat meat.
oh yeah.
So originally the burger literally was a grilled pineapple in a bun, and then somebody else came up with the filet of fish, and they did a contest basically which one's better, and the filet of fish sold better, so that's why we have that.
Okay, cool.
So that's fun little fact. But I like a good filet of fish or good.
I think Hungry Jack's have changed their fries recipe because their fries aren't the best.
A
but
couple
these
places
are
have.
okay.
I know. I don't know if you guys have Wendy's there, but I know Wendy's said they changed their fries because more people were doing Uber Eats, and they wanted their fries to stay crispier longer, so they changed their fries, which I don't care for.
Okay.
I like their old fries. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
We don't have Wendy's.
Yep.
No.
We used to have Wendy's, didn't we?
I don't know.
I remember seeing a few Wendy's in shopping centers.
Every now and then we get pop-ups. We get pop-ups of American things occasionally, but we haven't had any permanent ones, I don't think.
Sad.
Hungry Jack should sponsor this meal for me. I'm doing so much advertising for them.
Yeah,
That's
even
good.
after your order got delivered all messed up.
Well, that's
Oh.
delivery's fault.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Is delivery the one that put pickles on your sandwich too?
No,
Yeah,
actually, no.
exactly.
That was Hungry Jack's.
That was some
They didn't
16-year-old
say-
teenager that was too high to pay attention to the screen.
Well, it's Easter, and they're probably busy. I don't know, but they did.
You're
Look,
cutting them some slack.
They removed the ice from my drink, which I asked for. So they
Okay.
did that. They went that far, but they didn't take the pickles. And I've got the pick list here, and it says, clearly says no pickles, and there were pickles. So
Clearly.
Question: we've had Taco Bell.
Ugh.
Taco Bell started to appear in the last couple of years. The first one was in Melbourne about 2 years ago. There's still very limited Taco Bell in Australia, but there are some Taco Bells in the major cities in Australia.
I
You guys
noticed that Starbucks is trying to make a comeback here.
Oh, they failed so badly.
Mhm.
Do you guys have KFC?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, KFC's big here.
Good.
Huge KFC, and we have another chain called Red Rooster, which is
I think I've heard of Red Rooster.
slightly different to KFC.
I prefer KFC's
Somehow.
chicken over Popeye's chicken. Popeye's chicken's pretty good, but KFC's has more flavor in the freaking the breading.
Probably the only thing I like from those big chains is like popcorn chicken, like tiny little.
Oh
bits.
yeah,
I love popcorn chicken.
you know that's like that popcorn chicken. I mean, the popcorn chicken is probably like the most disgusting bits of the chicken that they can't put in everything else.
I think they swept it up.
So good.
I think they swept it up off the floor, off the slaughterhouse, and pulped it into little nodules, and then breaded it and fried
It's
it.
all
I
the
remember
the lips and anuses and cloacas and skin and
before
and
Super
just-
Size Me came out of that movie about McDonald's. I remember chicken nuggets used to be made from the chickens McDonald's owned that couldn't lay eggs anymore, that were old and tired, and they would just take them and chop them up into fun shapes. I can remember being a kid, and it was like a gray meat. It wasn't white meat chicken. It was like a slight gray to the meat. And personally, I prefer those ones. I can remember when they made the switch, and I prefer the gray meat chicken nuggets.
There's a funny thing. I remember seeing the British TV chef Jamie Oliver did a thing where he tells
Made
kids,
chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets are gross. They're made of this pink slime. And when he did it with British kids, and they saw what was actually the pulp that made chicken nuggets, British kids like, that's gross. We're never having them again. Then he did it with American kids and went, okay, your chicken nuggets are made from this shit, and it's gross. And the kids go, yeah, that looks gross, but I like eating McNuggets, so I'm just going to keep eating McNuggets. And he was totally stunned, like, why weren't the American kids put off? And the American kids just went, no, because I like the taste of it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it looks gross. The thing you showed me looked gross, but I like how it tastes. So fuck
I
it.
remember seeing that, and his face. He was such a broken man. Like
It was hilarious.
He really
It was
truly
absolutely
believed in
hilarious.
healthy, good eating, and these kids just broke him.
Yeah, it was hilarious. He was not prepared for these American kids to go, yeah, what you showed me was fucked up, but I like it anyway, so who cares? So
Is my screen really bright?
it is very bright around you at the moment. But
Okay,
that's
hang on.
okay.
I'm gonna try to. No, it's not okay.
Not
maybe,
okay.
Maybe the world's trying to tell me I'm an angel.
It's your glowing personality.
Man. Well, I didn't ask for this, but the world wants me to take this responsibility. I accept it.
That's excellent.
Oh.
Wait, do I have to go around saving people now? Because I have things to do for myself. Like I have to be like, oh no, this guy's about to drink himself to death. I have to go point him in the right direction.
Oh no.
Oh,
No.
I am so full now.
And I'm hungry.
Sorry, I just feel like I need to drink some water, so I'm just getting some ice. So I can, drink some water. Because I may or may not drink some more alcohol, but for now, I feel like I need.
Yeah, I've learned through much trial and error, more error than anything, that drinking water while you're drinking is a super great idea.
Yeah, no, it really helps.
Also, you should definitely eat food too, because not eating anything and heavily drinking does not mix at all. Definitely not fun to wake up to.
Now, again, the worst thing is when you get suckered into day drinking and you don't eat any, because you're at some
You mean
festival
drinking?
day drinking, when it's like you're at a festival or a party or a special event and people are giving you alcoholic beverages and you just go, yeah, and you forget to eat, and it's like the middle of the day and you just drink and you hit a certain point where it's just like, oh no, I'm fucked now. I'm so fucked. So what's happening in chat? Rabid Game Fan. Reading the ingredients on snacks. That's okay.
Christian?
Angel of Comeuppance. Kirsten is eating hot cross buns, which is nice. I have to save the hot cross buttered gin from Tiny Bear for, it might be months before Kirsten gets here. I have to save some so Kirsten can taste it, because it is actually very good. It's an independent distillery here in Melbourne. So they've made a gin and they've used the sort of fruit and stuff in the distillation that echoes the flavors of a hot cross bun. Then they've aged it in an ex-bourbon barrel, which has given it more flavor. And then they've infused it with butter. And so you look at the bottle, there's actually little droplets of butter suspended in the thing. It's really good. So I have to save some.
Cool.
So Kirsten gets to try it at some point.
I just ate some hot cross bun. Sounds like old-timey slang for like, I just ate some booty.
Yeah.
It's honestly pretty similar. Yeah.
I have a food coma now, so I'm gonna just sit back and
you chill with your goose. You're good. I love that goose. So it looks like a stupid bowling pin, but I love it.
I have a bowling pin. I don't know where it is, but I used to play in a league, and when I at the end of one of the seasons they were selling some old pins, so I grabbed one for like $5. Called it the bowling pin of doom.
I want to try candlestick bowling. That looks fun.
What's candlestick bowling?
So I think it's some like New England way of bowling. The ball is like it's a little bit bigger than this, and the pins are like candlesticks. Like they don't have a big base and go thinner. They're like a tube all the way up, and I think you get 4 tries instead of 3 tries or something like that, or you get an extra try.
Okay.
It's like, I don't know. It's an English way of bowling. It's like bowling for babies.
Bowling for babies. Okay. So Kirsten's saying she's looking at flights, so it might might not be that long until she comes to Melbourne. Definitely coming in October.
Awesome.
Might not last long. Okay, but I promise to save some of the Tiny Bear hot cross buttered gin. Also, I now have 4 barrel-aged gins, and they're all friggin' awesome. They all make really good old fashions. They're good for sipping as well. 3 of them are actually Tiny Bear. In the last year, I've ended up with 3 limited edition barrel aged gins from Tiny Bear, which are pretty cool. But I'll definitely save some of the hot cross buttered gin.
If I like flew there for a vacation or a visit, would they allow me to like bring a small amount of alcohol with me?
Short answer is no, actually. You have to declare it. And it's the weird thing. It's a little while before I've flown internationally, but you can't bring in alcohol from overseas. You can do duty-free shopping when you land in the Australian airport, and you can go to the duty-free shop there and buy some alcohol there and bring that in. But yeah, it's really fucked. Bringing in from overseas.
I've never known what is duty free shops. What's the deal with that? I've never figured that out.
The duty it's basically a whole spectrum of goods attract excise when they come into Australia. It's a tax. They attract a tax. So if you buy them from the duty-free shop, you are buying them without that excise. Kirsten is saying you can buy over 2 liters from overseas. Again, don't listen to me, because I haven't traveled overseas for like a fucking decade.
So can I go as just me, go to a duty-free shop in an airport and just buy shit and come home?
Only if you're coming back from overseas.
How do they check?
Well, the duty-free shop is on the other side of the barrier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you have to go through security on the way?
Yeah. So you have to have a ticket. You have to have a ticket for an international flight.
I'm on the Australian Border Force website.
Mm-hmm.
It says if you are age 18 or over, you can bring 2.25 liters of alcoholic beverages duty-free into Australia with you, regardless whether you are traveling as a passenger or a crew member.
Okay, so that's what Kirsten said as well. So I feel like that's because I haven't traveled internationally for 10 years. So I think that's changed since I last traveled.
It says something about tobacco too.
I've walked through domestic terminals and seen duty-free shops. So I'm so confused right now.
Duty-free only works if you're coming into. So I feel like things may have changed since my last international trip, because I feel like I had a specific thing that said, nah, you can't buy stuff overseas. You have to buy it at the duty-free terminal in Australia. And what Micro and Kirsten are both confirming is the current rules are you can buy 2.25 liters from overseas and it won't attract any excise when you come in.
So I'm just like in general, right?
Yeah.
Melbourne Airport, right?
Yeah.
I've seen in the domestic terminal there's duty-free shops. And you can get out without going through customs or anything. So
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Short answer is I don't know.
I've always found it very confusing.
It really sounds like they've changed the rules since I last traveled internationally.
Okay.
What that means is if I can ever afford to come see you guys, I can bring small amount of local stuff with me.
You can bring 2 liters with you, yeah.
Which is cool.
What about taking stuff with you? Because surely you'd want to take some local Australian stuff.
Other countries are fucking fine.
Yeah, I'm sure. I think for my country, I would just have to go like, I brought this with me. It's worth like this much. And they'd be like, okay. As long as it's not like a gun.
Kirsten's saying like the thing is 2.25 liters. But if you bring in 2.26 liters, they'll charge you duty on the whole.
Oh, wow.
Lot. So you got to be real careful. Yeah, I feel like that rule has changed since the last time I traveled internationally. And I haven't traveled internationally for 10 years. So it's like,
Yeah, same.
I feel like last time I
Yeah,
traveled, they were very clear. You can't bring in alcohol from overseas. You have to buy it from the duty free at the Australian airport when you land. Oh, and here's the fun one from Twitch. Who is Arvind? Chocolates. Yeah, it isn't only alcohol that attracts the exercise. It's a whole range of stuff. And Kirsten's saying you can take as much booze as you want to the USA. So if we were traveling to the USA, we could travel. We could take some very special boutique Australian booze and not pay any excise.
Oh, when I went to Thailand, I made sure that I didn't take any, like even over the counter medications like paracetamol, just in case.
That's a different one.
Because, yeah, like because they have some weird laws. But then on the way back, I just stuffed my bag with all the legal drugs, all the prescription drugs, and customs were like, yeah, whatever.
So I'm on.
They were more concerned about the slingshot I bought for my son. And they asked me specifically if I had any elephant dung products. Because a lot of like, say, just like a notebook, for example, they make the cover out of elephant dung, and it's a biohazard.
Oh,
which is crazy.
Biohazard in Australia is a big thing.
Yeah.
So I'm on the TSA's website. If the alcohol is less than 24% by volume, you're limited to 3.4 ounce containers or less that can fit in a quart-size clear bag if it's carry-on. But if it's checked bag, there's no limit.
Yeah, checked bag, there's no limit.
If it's 24 for 70%, the same rules apply. But you're only allowed to have 5 liters, and it has to be in its original unopened packaging. And then on the official website, it says if it's 70 or above, it says leave your bathtub brew at home. So it seems like if it's like a beer or a wine, as long as you check your bags, you could literally, as much as you could pay to carry on the plane. If it's above that, below 75 liters.
Yeah.
This
is just giving me flashbacks to the Archer animated series where Archer's mum is making everyone fill their luggage with high proof European spirits when they come back to America. Because you can do that, and it's like she wants her get drunk quick stuff. But yeah,
that's actually kind of crazy that they let you bring 5 liters. That's almost 1.5 gallons of freaking alcohol they're letting you carry on the plane. There's like, I don't care. That's cool. What a beautiful country.
But I was there's a guy who does really interesting stuff on YouTube. His name's Anders Ericsson. He's got like a really fast growing YouTube channel, and it's about drinks and cocktails and whatnot. And the reason he's growing fast is because he's extremely charming. He's a nice looking guy. He's 30 something, 40 something, and he's got a really good personality. He's pure YouTube material basically. And it's all about booze and cocktails. But he posted one in the last couple of days about how to start your bar from scratch on a budget. And he's talking about being an American. It's like, if you have less than $100, which bottles to buy, and if you have less than 200. And I just want to go, lol, a bargain spirit in Australia is $40 for a single bottle. And he's like spending $14, $15 on a bottle of relatively decent alcohol.
Yeah,
I've seen 50 proof, like 50% alcohol for like $9.95 for like 50%, like for vodka. Cheap. I mean, I wouldn't drink it. It would definitely like melt your stomach lining. But yeah,
that high proof vodka is paint stripper. It's not good.
But you can definitely Like I found I had I can't find the bottle, but at the store for $2, it's a little bottle of Four Loko. It's for 14% alcohol. It's for $2.
But I remember one of my last trips to the US, which I said is more than 10 years ago, through a YouTube thing. I was hanging out with some YouTubers in San Francisco, and we're going back to someone's flat to just like hang out and fucking chill and have a little party and drink. And we went to a convenience store to get something to drink, and they were selling like hip flasks. It was like vodka and shit. It's like $5. It's like, holy shit!
This
That's
is
like,
it.
yeah, that sort of shit. And it was like $20 in Australia, and I was just going into like a 7-Eleven and getting hip flasks for $5.
$5,
Like,
Chris. Yeah, these are
this is fucking
$1.99
wild.
at the gas station,
Mm,
and they just
that's
started
fucking
like
wild.
they must have just released them or something because I've never seen them before. I love them; they're so great.
We pay so much for alcohol in Australia.
I love what
And
you're doing with the feet.
Yeah, to a degree, I'm okay with it because I have no illusions. Like, alcohol is a social ill; it causes problems and whatnot. But there's some inequality in Australia between spirits, wine, and beer. They're not treated the same, and to a degree, I agree with the distillers that said they should all be on an even footing. But every now and then I'll see like a media story with distillers saying we shouldn't be charged, blah blah blah. And it's like, yeah, you do the pretending. There is actually no downside to people drinking a lot of booze, and drinking a lot of booze actually causes social problems. And you pretending there are no social problems attached to booze is, I don't know, not completely admirable in my book. But I don't know.
Does your goose have any opinions on the social issues caused by excessive alcohol consumption?
Just that, like, don't mess with her little goose babies when you're drunk in the park.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Or she'll get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, geese are assholes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, broadly,
She may not be Canadian, but she'll still get you.
Yeah, and those Canadian geese, yeah, they can go screw themselves. I used to go down by like a riverfront, sit there, and the geese would be there, and they kind of, if they don't want you there, they'll let it be known, and I'll be like, come at me. What are you gonna do? You're a bird. You're a bird. Look at that neck.
Oh,
like,
no,
they'll grab you right by the neck.
They'll tear some skin off.
I ain't scared of you.
Teeth.
Because geese actually have little jagged, sharp teeth.
Yeah.
Serrations.
And also
Yeah.
their tongue has abrasive, jagged things in them.
Yeah.
Some people in Queensland keep geese as opposed to guard dogs because first, they will make a lot of noise if someone like jumps over your back fence and comes in. And so they're a really good alarm because they'll make a lot of noise. Second, they will seriously fuck someone up who comes into your yard. People go, it's a bird. And it's like, no, it'll fuck them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, also they can fly super fast.
Geese are good to keep with chickens because they keep the chickens safe from foxes.
Imagine you're like trying to rob someone and they have a guard goose, right? And you're like, oh, and you go to leave and you get out in your car and you're doing like 40 down the road and the goose is right next to you, like following you. Like that'd be terrifying. That'd be scarier than a dog chasing behind you because at least you could outrun the dog.
Have you guys played Untitled Goose Game?
I have not, but I've been meaning to buy it.
Fun. It's so fun.
I've only been putting off buying it because I know they have a physical edition out, and I would rather grab a copy of that.
Fair enough. But it was made here in Melbourne.
Yeah. I love because there was all this sort of pre-hype for it. Someone was working on it, and its working title was Untitled Goose Game, and that ended up becoming its official title, Untitled Goose Game. It's great.
I love stuff like that.
I remember going way back, Richard Pryor in the 80s saying like he got a guard dog. It was like it was an Alsatian, and he's going like, these dogs are fucked, man, because they enjoy screwing with people. He says, I swear to God, my dog, if someone broke into the house, would just be a puppy for a while, and she'd go, "Yeah, dude, no, get that, put that in your bag. Yeah, no, do that. Yeah, no, do that. And then they try to leave the house, and the dog just sits at the front door and goes, "You can't leave." And it was just like at the critical point where the person wants to get away with the shit they stole, the dog will just go, "Oh no, now I'm gonna fuck you up." It's just like it was very funny.
Yeah.
Safa, I remember all those Burger King video games.
I would like to have.
Okay, because it's my birthday in a couple of days. Young Mr. Angry just got back from his shift, and he got me my birthday present, which is friggin' awesome. I'm going to have to read this. A book. The
That's
PDT cocktail book. This is in the top 5 cocktail books you can get in the world. This one,
cool.
I am really looking for, because this was a bar that was like, to get to it, you go into a place that looked like a takeaway food place, and there was an aquarium, and you had to like pull that aside, and then there would be something else behind that, and it was like a secret bar, and the whole thing. But this is not just their recipes. This is all their philosophy, and you can see, like, you see how thick it is. That's not just going to be cocktail recipes in there. I randomly opened. Look at the art in this book.
Wow. Is that a jet? It looks like an F4 Phantom.
No, there's like a jet in the foreground there. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yes, no, young Mr. Angry is a bit of a legend. He's just started a job where he gets this.
Cool.
I'm that tomorrow. I'm just gonna fucking chill out on the lounge and read this book. Cool.
Speaking of secret bars, I know there are speakeasies that still exist in like New York City.
Yeah.
Why are they called speakeasies?
That was okay.
That was back during Prohibition.
Yeah, but I imagine they're like really difficult to talk in because they'd be so loud.
No, apparently, I don't know what it was, but it was a term in Prohibition where you had an illegal bar and someone banged on the door, and it was the feds or the cops trying to get in. And the bartender would just go, "Speak easy." And everyone then had to pretend they weren't drinking alcohol. They were just in a club watching a band or whatever. And my understanding is that's the term. It was like when the feds banged on the door, someone goes, "Speak easy," and everyone hid their drinks and then just pretended they were just like watching a band.
In school, we were taught that it was because it was kind of like a secret, so you would speak easy about it.
Yeah. And it was a secret to get in the bar. You had to know the right thing. You'd go to the door and someone would open a little slit and go, "What?"
Yeah.
And you'd say the right thing and they'd let you in. But then at a certain point, the cops or the feds bang on the door and the bartender sort of says to everyone, "Speak easy." And everyone hides their drinks and then acts like they're just watching a band. And it was something along those lines.
All I'm thinking of is the beer baron from The Simpsons.
The beer baron in The Simpsons is absolutely based on speakeasies in Prohibition.
Yeah.
There's still some where you go and it's like all 20s, 30s looking, and people dress up like the era. And they have big bands playing.
Cool.
Yeah, Melbourne has a bunch of really small bars. There's one I haven't been to many of them, but there's one I like. It's on Chapel Street. It's not that far from where I live. It's like going there and it's a sandwich bar. It's like a takeaway food place where they do sandwiches, and the sandwiches are apparently pretty good. But there's a door behind the sandwich counter that looks like a door to a freezer. And if you just go like, "Can I go through?" And they open the freezer door and you go down some stairs and it's like a tiki style bar behind the freezer door. But people who don't know, it's just like, it's a sandwich place. They'll make you sandwiches.
I love how you're like, there's a secret bar. You have to go to a sandwich place, which has good sandwiches, by the way.
Yeah, no, they make good sandwiches because some people just walking down the street will just see a sandwich place and go, "I'll have a sandwich," and they go, "Here's a sandwich. It's pretty good." But there's the freezer door, which you think is just the door to the freezer, and you say, "Like, can I go behind the thing?" And if it's not full, they go, "Yeah." And they open the freezer door, and you go down some steps, and there's a whole bar behind there.
No, I like a nice deli sandwich with a good pickle slice. I used to hate the having the pickle slice on the side, but now if I order a sandwich and I don't get the pickle slice, I'm like, "What are you doing?"
I'm gonna
There's
look
a
it up, actually. Sorry, go ahead.
There's a New York style deli that is all vegan here, and they recently closed because of COVID, and it was like a 2-minute walk from my place, and I was shattered because it was really nice, and they did like their vegan egg sandwiches were just to die for, and like you'd eat one half of the sandwich, you'd be full and save the rest, just put it in the fridge, and a couple of hours later it'd still be good. And I recently found out they just moved and they're in Collingwood, which is just down the road. So I'm gonna go get my fucking New York deli sandwich on
Nice.
next
So
week.
hi Lars, by the way. Good evening to you. I'm probably only hanging around for another 15 minutes or so.
Mansbridge, it's painted black and it's got like missiles on it and shit.
Oh, that's Grasshopper. Holy shit. Grasshopper set up another account.
What?
So I could see him.
What is that picture going on?
All right, that's the thing. Okay.
That
so,
is.
Okay, so
Mansbridge, did you get my joke? As a bridge for men, as opposed to a lady bridge, is a bridge that's painted black and it's got missiles and guns and shit, and it's got like stainless steel grating and
So I looked it up. PDT stands for Please Don't Tell, and apparently it was like a hot dog joint in New York, and there was a phone booth at the back of it, and you had to go into the phone booth, and then there was a secret door in the back of the phone booth, and you had to go through there, and then there would be a door where you had to ask to be let in, and then you would be in the bar.
Cool.
Safa, Prohibition ended in like the 30s.
Grasshopper,
sure.
hello.
Hello,
Hey,
lovely
Grasshopper,
people.
to answer your question, no, that wasn't Will's hoodie.
Bugger, for the sake of love. I'm looking all around for it.
I don't. He's not here at the moment, so I can't ask him what it actually looked like. But he's shot up. It probably doesn't even fit him anymore. But he still asks for it. So
to answer the question, this is actually my roommate's PC.
Okay.
He has buggered off down south for a couple of weeks, and I saw you guys streaming. I finally don't have like a metric fuck ton of work to get done tonight, and I thought, hey, I can use his PC and not keep the wife awake. So here I am.
Grasshopper, what's your opinion? What's your opinion on Crocs?
My opinion on Crocs.
Wait, hang on. I gotta specify the shoe, not the animal.
I'm aware.
Okay.
I'm perfectly fine with them, provided the people are just wearing them like around the house or for like gardening or something along those lines. But as an everyday footwear, like especially if you're going down to like the supermarket or something, like shit, even thongs are better than Crocs in my opinion.
So how do you feel? I work at a hotel and I'm allowed to wear my Crocs as my work shoe.
What do you do for work?
I am I like to say I work in the hospitality industry because it sounds better than just saying my job title. But I'm a houseman, so I like clean up the hotel, drive the van. I've been working in hospitality and on that property for a while, so I will help out front desk. I'll help out housekeeping. I do a lot of little things, but I'm always interacting with guests.
Thank you, Megaleech. I was going to say that. Thong is in flip-flop, not underwear.
Yeah. Look, I might wear a thong too, for all you know.
My opinion, I'm not wearing any underwear at all.
Yeah.
Abigail, just so you know, I'm naked under these clothes.
So is your wife.
No, she's naked right now because she's in bed. I took full advantage of that earlier and blew raspberries on her tummy, and now I'm in the doghouse.
Oh. Yes,
Worth it.
You should
Worth it.
You should know by now that she only lets me do that.
No. She always tells me that every time I blow raspberries on her tummy to do it to you because you've got a way more violent reaction than she does. And there's a part of it that gets up on watching you beat the living shit out of me, so you know.
Yeah. I would do it. I have the training. But I'm sure you would actually come out better in a fight against me.
Well, I'm
100%.
To be clear, I'm more afraid of your attack goose than I am of you right now. So
fair, yes.
Geese are fucking terrifying.
My opinion is that the only acceptable job where it's okay to wear Crocs is surgeon. I've never met a surgeon that doesn't wear Crocs, and I'm okay with that.
You know, I've met a lot of nurses.
Generally,
Sorry. I was going to say, I've met a lot of doctors and nurses who wear them because they're like, no, like for doing the rounds and all of that sort of stuff, they're ultra comfortable. And because we're on our feet for 20 odd hours for our shift type thing. You know, all of the comfort. And I can definitely get behind that.
But for a surgeon, like they can just if they need to sterilize their feet for whatever reason, like they can just take them off. Really,
I should have the Crocs. They make Crocs for work they're enclosed. There's no holes and they have a non-slip bottom, and I should really be wearing those. But I mean, they let me wear normal Crocs. So
does anybody get 15 of these fucking messages a day right now? Or is it just me?
Oh yeah, text messages. Yeah.
I've been getting a lot of. I got one spam one that was like, "Your Citi debit card has been suspended. Click this link to fix it." And I'm like, I'm not that stupid, all right? I don't even have a Citi debit card.
I've been getting a lot of messages saying that my Amazon Prime account is about to be suspended.
Yeah, that's the scam that I keep on getting calls about.
I suspended my Amazon Prime account 2 years ago, so okay.
Yeah, no, my wife and I use a friend of ours' Amazon account for watching stuff, but we don't they use our Disney Plus, so you know, give and take. But every time that the scammers give me a call about apparently I'm going to get charged or cancelled or something like that, and I need to talk to somebody in order to make sure that that doesn't happen, I'll sit there and act like if I'm in the car and I'm driving and I get the call, I'll sit there and act dumb with them for as long as I can, just so that way they can't scam somebody else for a little bit.
Someone else. That's nice.
But if I'm at home, if I'm in front of my PC and I get the call, I just boot up a virtual machine and I let them go access that. And while they're doing that, I use the backdoor access through their Team Viewer or whatever the case may be to try and get as much information off their PCs as I possibly can. And I've
doing the Lord's work there.
Last year, towards the end of last year, I shut down an entire fucking call center. The idiot that tried it with me, when I accessed his computer because I blanked his screen, when I accessed his computer in the background, I was having a look. The idiot had the direct IP address, username, and password for their main server.
Yeah. They tend to have
even better
internal security.
It's even better when you can access their bank account and refund all the people they've scammed.
I've never seen that. I did get an Excel spreadsheet as well that had like a whole bunch of names and stuff like that, and I isolated, I sorted it by bank name, and then I basically highlighted it, cut and paste, and then I put that into various emails to send to the various banks saying, "Hey, this person, this thing, do your thing," you know, and hope that sorts whatever out.
Fair enough.
There are some pretty wild videos on YouTube of people who go to extreme lengths to fuck up scammers and
just to waste their time for hours and hours.
Oh yeah, no, it
Yeah.
drives them nuts when you just like I said, if I'm in the car and I'll just stay on the phone with them and play dumb as long as I can. I have had
Yep.
them absolutely scream blue fucking murder at me by the end of the bloody call, calling me all of the
Yep.
names under the living blue sun and all of these sorts of different things, and I just laugh my ass off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On a somewhat related note, I remember years ago when I was in Sydney, had ticket inspectors show up on public transport, and this friend I was with just spontaneously, and I think he was banking on me working out what he was doing, started acting like he was quite severely developmentally disabled, and not in a bad, awful, abusive way, but just like, oh, you want a ticket? I've got a ticket. And he's searching all his pockets. And I kind of worked out what he was doing. And the ticket inspectors were trying to move. And I went, no, it's very important to his self-esteem. He has a ticket and he wants to find it. And it's quite important to his self-esteem that he finds it and gives it to you. And he kept them for 20 minutes, just sort of patting his pockets and going, oh. And every time they wanted to go, I was going, you'll make him feel very bad. It will be very bad for his development if you go. And so we were basically sparing all the other people on this train because he kept them for 20 minutes like he was definitely going to find a ticket in one of his pockets. And it was just super lucky I worked out what he was doing because this guy was such a shit stirrer. And he hated ticket inspectors. And he did this thing. And I fortunately, I worked out what he was doing. And we kept these guys for 20 minutes. Like every time they wanted to go, no, you're right, mate. I went, it's really important. It's really important to his personal development that he finds this for you. So I need you to stay here and let him find the ticket because it's very important. And
did you guys down in Melbourne, did you like in Sydney here a few years ago, we had like 24-hour a day, 7-day a week security guards on on most of our trains.
Right.
Did you guys ever have that down in Melbourne at all?
Not on the trains, but we had what's called transport officers. They deputized people who were somewhere between cops and ticket inspectors.
They're called special constables.
Yeah. They're not cops, but they have more power than ticket inspectors.
They have these they look like dirty badges. They have this off yellow color badge, and what are they called? They're called public PSUs.
Public
service. Like one time I was on a train.
They have PSOs. Thank you, Safa. They have all the powers of cops only in their assigned area. If they leave that area, then they're just private citizens.
They've got the power to give out infringement notices and for detain, but not actually arrest. Where if a citizen detains somebody, then that could be unlawful arrest. No,
if they want to detain you, they have to call a cop. Yeah.
No, well, we had actual security guards on trains in Sydney for a few years, and they were the most useless fucking things. Because they were told by their bosses point blank, you were to watch and report only. You do not get involved. Anything bad happens, you do not get involved. You watch and report only. And the public outcry, of course, was huge because there were too many cases of people getting the right living shit beat out of them. And the security guards just stood there and wrote it down, didn't do anything about it. So they canceled those, and then they hired what you guys were just talking about then, these PSOs. And the PSOs were like properly armed. They had like capsicum spray and a baton and handcuffs and all of that sort of stuff. And the problem with those bastards was they were overtly violent for no good reason. Somebody would just look at them sideways, and it would be immediately capsicum spray in the eyes or something like that. So these idiots ended up getting turfed off the bloody trains as well because of how fucking stupid they were. And now we just have the occasional police officer that comes through trains and inspects people's tickets, and that's a whole new kettle of fish. Because the moment that the cops come on the train, all of the people that may not be very comfortable around the cops are all of a sudden like, shit, time to go.
leave the train. The PSOs in Melbourne exhibited a predilection to physically assaulting teenage girls, which was very concerning.
I think here they have like a butt ton of security around like the turnstiles in like New York City for the subways, and then I don't think they actually have any sort of officers on the train, like marked. But I know they'll throw undercover officers that are dressed as civilians, like actual police officers that are dressed as civilians, and they'll ride the subways.
Yeah,
waiting to see if anything pops up.
Yeah, Well, these clowns attack people just for like not having a ticket, not for being like a bad person and maybe assaulting someone or whatever. They go people for not having a ticket.
Yeah, no, I saw a full-on brawl erupt between 2 PSOs and 4 other guys because one of the guys when he showed the guy the ticket, the guy was like, "Your ticket isn't valid for this area" or something, and he disagreed with him and showed him that the ticket was actually valid for that area. And the PSO had to admit that the guy was in the right and handed him back the ticket. And the guy was like, "See, there was no need to be such a dick about it because the guy was being a dick." And he was like, "See, you didn't have to be such a dick about it." This sparked an all-in fucking brawl between the 2 PSOs and these other 4 guys. Just because you called him a dick. It's like, is your fucking ego that fragile that somebody calls you a dick and immediately you need to punch someone?
Yeah. No, I've seen a few really full-on altercations, and it's just like, oof, god damn.
A badge of pride that I actually hold very, very high. In my time as a cop and as a security officer, I talked my way out of and de-escalated well over 98% of all altercations that I ever had. I was able to easily and constantly just talk people out of it because I didn't try to do police are taught, and it is a thing that I don't know about over in the US for you, Micro, but here in Australia, we are taught during the training is if there's like a situation where it's like a house party and there's everybody screaming and yelling and going nuts, you need to go in and kind of take control of the situation. Now, that point of it is fine. You do need to take control of the situation, calm things down, and get on top of things. But that we were taught to do so by coming in and throwing our weight around. Hey, you shut up, stand over there, and you wait your turn, and run, and just come in full aggressive styles. You do that with a bunch of people who are already aggressive with one another. All you're doing is inviting more trouble. You're just going to transfer their aggro at whatever it is that they're pissed off at directly at you. That's all you're going to do, and things are going to escalate and turn way worse. I would come into the situation, go, "Okay, guys, talk to me. What's going on? Talk to me. Like, come on, let's talk. What's going on? Talk to me.
Yeah.
And people are turning around, "Oh, they said this and they did this and the other person said this and blah, blah, blah." And you employ active listening. Okay, so you're telling me that this person said this and then did this and blah, and repeat it back to them. They feel heard, immediately they just calm down. And you just turn around and go, "Okay, I understand what it is you're saying. Just give me 5 seconds to talk to these guys. I'll be right back with you. Just hang there for me." And they're all like, every time in my personal experience anyway, I'm not saying that this is 100%, but in my own personal experiences, every time they were just like, "Oh, cool. Yep, no worries at all. We'll wait over here for you."
Yeah, and PSOs are not good at de-escalation.
They're really not.
They're really not.
And the training for de-escalation isn't very good either. They say that you're supposed to de-escalate, but they don't tell you how to de-escalate. They just say you need to de-escalate, you need to de-escalate. But they don't actually give you any tools or training in how to de-escalate. But they'll train the living tits off you on how to use your baton, how to use your gun, how to use your capsicum spray, how to fight, all of that. But no training on active listening, empathy, displaying empathy, sympathy, all of those sorts of different things. There's no training on that.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked. I tell you what, though, I am actually going to go to bed because we're creeping up towards midnight, which is later than I would normally be up on a Sunday night.
Well, your timing is perfect because the clients just arrived for me to have a look at their PC.
Oh, yeah.
I was playing it to stop working. But yeah, it was awesome to catch up with you guys.
Likewise, good to see you.
Love to all.
My food coma is turning into a sleep coma.
Yeah,
well, Abigail, you too, Aussie. Micro, you take it easy, bud.
You too.
Yeah, I probably won't be on another stream for like 4 days or so, but we'll see what.
I'm going to hit you up in Discord.
Yes. and we'll plan some shit.
Yes.
Everyone else, see you all. Take care. Bye for now.